What happening? What happening? What happening there, boy? What it do? Good morning. Black Christ Matters. Remember, Black Christ Matters, y'all. My brother Bezalel selling these. BlackChristMatters.com. Y'all go check him out. Support your brother. Support your brother. I've been getting some questions about that. Lucy, good morning. Alicia, Lucy beat you. Hey, you gotta tighten up. Shaw, what's happening, brother? Hey, Black Christ Matters. Support Bezalel. BlackChristMatters.com. Get cups, shirts, hats, mittens. I think he's selling Black Christ Matters biscuits. Yohanan, shalom, brother. Shalom, shalom. Let me turn this thing on so MASHARATHYAH can jump on here. Musha Crucian. Flip the camera. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Mosh, I don't see you on here, bro. That's right. Share the class. Share the class. Run what song back? What song y'all want to hear? What song y'all want to hear? What you want me to run back? What I was playing on my personal Facebook? I got you, brother. I got that beat. They got to go to my personal Facebook to hear those songs. Hey, just for everybody, too, that album, I'm about to drop it. It's only going to be 9 songs. I'm going to just go ahead and release the thing right now. It's going to be 9 songs. Other stuff. Here we go.
Shalom, shalom. Hey, Nelia, Awaken. Hey, congratulations. I saw you just got married. Congratulations.
All praises. All praises. All praises. I thought she was already married.
I just seen her last night.
Must not be paying attention. I ain't paying close enough attention. All praises, sister. Congratulations. Hey, help y'all wake up in the morning, get like me and boogie. Now y'all probably think I'll be bugging. Said she married in 2010, bro. She just was posting pictures last night. Yeah, come on. From what I understand, she was already married. See, MASHARATHYAH, he ain't got no boogie in him.
No, I'm
From the tribe of Judah, we boogie. Remember how David danced when he came back from the victory?
funny, man.
Danced up at his clothes. He was like, that's how we get down.
No, I'm just reading his message, man. I'm dumbfounded by this thing.
Man, I wouldn't pay no attention to that. Moss got a message from a sister. Let me turn this down a little bit. Moss got a message from a sister. She told him, fall back. Potato head ass. Fall back, quit going in. Letting everybody see our business in Israel. And you
She
know,
said, hey, she said, as it is written, Israel should not air out their dirty laundry in public. She said, as it is written.
as it is written in my text message, Israel shall not. Shut up, sis. Stop with the nonsense. No disrespect, but be quiet. Really, be quiet. Israel should not air out their dirty laundry. Really. Most High be airing out dirty laundry out. Most High say, them that sin rebuke before all, that others may fear. Most High put us in captivity, put us under the nation so the nation can see and look at us as an astonishment, a proverb and a byword. Why? Because we sin.
He aired out our dirty laundry.
He aired us out. As a matter of fact, I know you said this, but I guarantee the sister, when she sees the rebukes on Facebook on the classes, when they be on classes talking about people's marriages, talking about brothers is stupid as hell, and they be talking about somebody sitting right there, embarrassing the hell out of them, standing brothers up and embarrassing them and whatnot. I bet she ain't sent a single text message to them talking about, we shouldn't be airing that out. Y'all shouldn't be doing that on Facebook and Instagram and Periscope and whatever else. I guarantee you she ain't saying nothing. That's why I be telling these brothers and sisters, when y'all do that with me, I'll delete you and block you. And I done had brothers that I don't even know that they say some old ill stuff, and I be like, okay, then it showed me you ain't feeling what I'm saying and whatnot. I understand. Cool. Delete, block. And then these niggas will send me a message like, you wicked as hell. How you gonna block me? First off, I don't know you. Second off, you don't know me. Third off, you don't agree with what I'm saying. I mean, what are you, fourth, what are you mad for? How did I affect your life or change your environment or alter your circumstances by me blocking you and not wanting to see what you got to say no more? I'm telling you, just so y'all know, when y'all do that, if anybody has anything to say to me, hit me up, call me, and we can explain and converse. All that texting, it loses stuff in the texting. It loses stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that brother, remember the other day, that brother was like, yeah, Judah, you just sit at home all day on the computer while your wife and the sisters in your house. He sent me a message I blocked him, but he sent me a message. His name was what? John or something, right? Mm-hmm. He sent me a message in Messenger, said he was, my bad. I didn't know. The brother that left, before he left, I guess he's still with IUIC, said the brother that left told me that before he left. And I'm like, okay. But you're still blocked because your spirit ain't right anyway. So if somebody come and tell me, yeah, MASHARATHYAH got a tattoo of a naked white lady on his back, I ain't gonna get on here and be like, yeah, you wicked as hell anyway because you got a naked white lady on your back. And I don't know nothing about MASHARATHYAH. I ain't called him and asked him if it's true, nothing. I'm just gonna type it. Block. I ain't got time for you silly-minded brothers.
Yeah, I had to take it off anyway, so don't worry about that.
You got it removed?
Yeah, it's gone.
All right. So today's class. Hey, did y'all see that? Let me get, we do some little current events. So the brother, one of the captains of IUIC put on a thing yesterday. Did you see that what Hoshea put up? And just so y'all know, hey, right here on this venue, on this outlet right here, this is Israel. This ain't so much airing it out over the public like we put it on Wave 3 News or Channel 6. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. We communicate with the Israelites scattered to the four corners through these social media networks. Now, if the nations want to come and meddle in that, they can do it. They can do it on your cell phone. They can spy in on everything. So ain't nothing really hid. Ain't nothing hid that ain't gonna come to light. That's what the scriptures say. So all they're we gotta hide our dirty laundry. Nah, put it out there. So brothers will be embarrassed. So brothers will feel ashamed. So brothers will stop doing it. That's all. It shouldn't be no dirty laundry. But since it is here, look, y'all, look at this. Don't do this, y'all. That's what we should do. So that's why when I say names, it is what it is, man. The brother Hoshea put out a video talking about anybody who does business in Israel is exploiting Israel because you should be shopping your business to the other nations. You should be doing your business to the other nations. That's like, watch this. I'm going to tell you how idiotic that is. That's like if I say I want to do hair care products that only deal with nappy hair. You know who I'm selling to? Only black people. Now somebody would say, you just exploiting black people. Why don't you do hair care products that all people can buy? Well, all people can buy them. But you know who I'm advertising to and who my target market is? Black people. So I'm selling to black people. When we make Israelite apparel with menorahs and Israelite University and menorahs and 1611 dealing with our Bible and whatnot, you know who we market to? Israelites. Israelites. The first ones you start marketing to is the ones you know. And guess what? Any Israelite can buy it. It ain't like the website say you got to have an IUIC password to log into here because we're only selling them. When I was selling shirts in IUIC, I was selling them to everybody. A lot of y'all don't hear them bought shirts that ain't never been with IUIC. So, but they'll put messages out like that to discourage people and be like, you exploiting your people. Well, guess what? Hebrew Market is a Israelite business that was marketing to IUIC. Mm-hmm. You talking about the exploitation. They be trying to put all kind of stuff out there. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, do this. Support business. If you see a brother, and I'm gonna tell you, y'all hearing this from me first. If you see a brother or a sister that's in any one of these camps, no matter how bad you feel about the camp doctrine, or whatever, if it's in IUIC, GMS, GOCC, ISUPK, whatever, what's the camp that the brother, we always call him to holler at him, Yaakov.
Chosen Seed.
Chosen Seed, I like them brothers.
I do too.
Yeah, I like them brothers. Them brothers are solid. Any one of these camps, and they do staffs and they do t-shirts and whatnot. Any one of these camps, if you see anybody, even if you don't like them, it's your people and they selling something and you like the product, man, buy that stuff. I don't care if it's IUIC, you go on Original Royalty, their website, and you see stuff on there, man, buy it. It's still, at least it's our people. Better you buy it from them than Walmart. Better you buy it from them than Target, them than Sears. Better you buy it from your people who have a chance to repent. Regardless of what you feel about them, it's still, I'm supporting my people, period. These Negroes is niggas. I'm telling you straight up. And they'll make it seem like, yeah, you just want to get money off IUIC. Man, shut up. You being a nigga. You're going there, and guess what the brother gonna say, though? You trying to tell us to boycott these other businesses. These other businesses still sell to the heathen. So even if we boycott them, they gonna sell to the heathen. But that don't mean they gotta have your dollar. That's the excuse that you don't boycott other businesses, but you'll boycott your own people's business. Because other businesses sell outside of just Israel. Negro, shut up, man. Shut up. Do some push-ups or something, man. Just get a hobby. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all see something in IUIC, brother, design something, make something, create something, have a service, and y'all see that it's something that y'all can use, don't be simple and be like, I ain't doing that because it's purple and gold. I ain't on that. That right there is that's the bull crap that they do and they teach. Don't do that. That's hateful.
Right. And all this started not because of just doing business, but how business was done. And the biggest thing was extortion. It's one thing to sell to your people. It's another thing to extort your people. It's another thing to make your people do something or else. If you're going to talk about something, that's the topic matter that he needs to address. Unless you hide something.
Hey, brother's simple as hell. Brothers I used to respect. But even still, the brother Hosea, he sell cars. If y'all need a car and y'all in the Memphis area, hit him up. He might have a used car for you that you could buy. Tell him to show you the Carfax.
And tell him don't extort me. We good.
We're supposed to support our people, period. Period. We're supposed to support our people. If you hear music, if you hear somebody's music and whatnot, and they with another camp, but you don't listen to them, and you're like, man, the music is dope. Buy the music and listen to it. It ain't like when you buy the music, they come with it, and they gonna be sitting in your car and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Buy the t-shirt. It ain't like they come with the t-shirt because you got the t-shirt. Every so often they come over your house and kick it. When you wear t-shirts and hoodies and whatnot, people don't be like, that's so-and-so made that. Nobody care. They just be like, that's dope. Where you get that? And then, and you know what? Actually give people referrals. Hey, I got it from a site called Original Royalty. I got it from a brother named Yaakov. He makes staffs and this, that, and the third. I got it from a site called Black Christ Matters. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter who is, it's your people. Support that. I sleep good at night knowing that I gave $1 to help. I don't care if I don't like the dude. He's my people. And then we'll talk about these other nations know how to do it. But guess what? These other nations, when they don't even like each other, they support each other. They sit in business, business meetings with each other and still support each other's businesses. And they be hating each other from across the table. But they still go into business contracts and deals and whatnot for the sake of making $1 and keeping this dollar amongst our people.
Right.
Damn if they keep it in our neighborhoods, they'll keep it in their neighborhoods. They'll sell keep their stuff with them. Us, we be like, he ain't with us. He just want to get money off our people. You dummy. You're a simpleton for that stupid ass video. You're a simpleton.
Hey, how many times you'll hear the rumors about America's about to go to war with China? Meanwhile, you put a shirt on and the tag say "Made in China." You still buying from them.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's and all kind of stuff, and they be at war. They be at war with each other. They know how to get down. Us, we gonna make a video talking about, yeah, man, you just sell to the other nations. You trying to come up here now, you ain't see this shit, but you ain't see you using the people. Man, shut up, man. Back to Africa. Go back to Africa.
Funny. Yeah, when I first came in, it wasn't a lot of IUIC music. So you know me, I used to buy John Boy's music. Him
Hey,
and his
hey, John Boy got a catalog. Everybody dope.
yeah.
You
I
don't know
got
who John Boy is, go check him out. He's dope.
him and his brother named Aquan. So you know me, brothers used to come to my house for barbecues and get-togethers and whatnot, feast days, and that's what we be listening to. And they be like, "Dang, Mosh, who is that? Where you get that from?" And I tell them, like, I don't give a damn. It's he loved the Lord.
He got his own little style
Mm-hmm.
too. It's dope. When I first heard him, I'm like, man, this is different. Who the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm like, all right. And I look at when you look him up, he got a catalog. That dude got so much music don't make no sense.
Yeah, I got about.
Because I ain't got
Mm-hmm.
a catalog like that. That brother, I'm play. I'm play with it. That dude is ridiculous.
Yep.
Check him out. He ain't with this camp and that camp and whatever. He do his own thing. Support the brother. Like, damn, man. Yeah, man, you want to come to IUIC and then you want to try to use the people. And I said, shut up, man. Nobody want to hear all that. Yeah, support IUIC's business too. Don't let them extort you, but you know, it's individuals in them camps that's trying to make a living. You trying to pay your bills off your business from selling. That's what people do, dumbass. When you got a business, you pay your bills off your business and you use the people that you're selling the stuff to make money to pay your bills. How the hell is that a sin now? Trying to pay your bill. All they want to do is pay their bills off of you. What do you think McDonald's is doing? Who do you think the person that you put the gas in the car that you made the video out of, who do you think they took that money and they didn't pay their bills, they just storing it up? Fucking goofy, retarded brothers, man. I used to have respect for these brothers is retarded.
Yeah, hey, that don't make no sense.
None whatsoever. They retards.
Damn, you'll stay broke with that logic. If you like, yeah, I'm gonna have a business, but I'm gonna still have a regular job. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get 2 regular jobs because I'm not gonna use my business to make sure that my bills get paid. That's logic.
Retardation.
That's your people. What's the point of you having a business? Yep.
I know you said that because
Yeah.
is to give it over to them.
Yeah, I know exactly why he said it too. But the first thing that came to my mind is when you go to the book of Deuteronomy. What is that, the 14th chapter? When people were going to Jerusalem to keep the high holy days, people had things to sell, but they weren't just selling it during the course of that time. During the high holy day, people had businesses, and then they was able to take that money and then support their family. Then they was able to go buy more things to grow their business. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what any of them brothers is talking about no more, because it was a non-issue until all these things came out, and so now they trying to twist everything. Hold on a second, y'all. I just got a message. Uh,
Hold up, man. I'll be right in there.
no, you good? Hold on.
Still got some stuff to say. I still got something to say, damn it. You made a good point. He said,
What?
the brother said, and hey, man, y'all support each other. But the brother said that you exploiting the people because you know that it's gonna be you to come in here and you want to just make money off of us and you supporting the people. So like the brother brought up, watch this. In Deuteronomy 14, when there was the feast and everybody go to Jerusalem, and when it says when you get there, take the money and bestow it for whatever your soul lusteth after. Guess what? It was people at Jerusalem that was making their living for when the high holy days came, because they set up their booths and they had meat and they had wine and they had oil, they had flour, they had all that stuff. And when the people from everywhere came, that's when they set it up. It was like a little Black Wall Street. And you know what they was waiting on? The travelers to come in, the Israelites that was coming in. They was about to bank off the brothers and sisters that was coming in to keep the high holy days. Especially the rich ones that sold all their stuff where they was at because it was too much. And they came with a handful of cash and they came to buy stuff. Was that exploiting the people? I'm telling you. And these men be acting like they deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm sitting in the class. Man, shut up. Shut up. Just go back to Africa. Go back to Africa. Do the video. I'm sick of the nonsense. Today's class is about love. Because we need more love, brothers and sisters. Real love. The name of the class is Light Switch Love. Light Switch Love. I made a comment the other, I think last week when I was in the room, I was turning the light on and turning it off, and I was like,
Yeah.
that brother's love is for each other. They really, it's fake. Real love, you can't just flick on and flick off like that. It ain't no flick on and flick off. You can be mad at somebody and go off on them, but real love causes you to always, you don't want to see that person hurt. You definitely don't want to hurt that person, and you don't want that person to separate from you. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's called sowing discord or division or whatever. God hates that thing. He wants us to be united, speak often one to another. Don't give up on each other, because he didn't give up. He ain't gave up on us. We be quick to be trying to give up on each other and be saying it's of the Lord. Like the same brother with the whack business advice that he gave on his video yesterday. Ain't no friendship shit in Israel. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. There's much friendship shit in Israel. It's all through the Bible. Friends, friends, friends. It's all through the Bible. Love, brethren, brethren, unity, unity. It's all through the Bible. I don't know where they get that. Ain't no friends in Israel. That's something people say so they can separate y'all and make them the focal. So your friendship is only ordained through me. And when I say that y'all need to separate, then y'all need to separate. Because ain't no friends in Israel unless I say so. And that's what these brothers do. You know what I'm saying? And we got to break those chains. We got to start breaking these doctrines and these spiritual bondages off of ourselves and thus off of each other. We have to start doing it. It's going to take action. We're going to have to actively do it. We're going to actively have to talk about it. We're going to have to keep that conversation on the table. Otherwise, these men prevail with their hatred doctrine. They cause you to hate not only the other nations, they cause you to hate each other. And then in turn, after it's all said and done, after they're done with you, you sit back hating yourself. Like, why did I let these men get me like that? Golly, next thing you know, you're in depression. Next thing you know, your family's broke up. All because they put that spirit of hatred on you. So we got to break this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you ruin a lot of relationships. And even now, throughout this whole situation and what happened to, us, you get a lot of people who now contact myself, and they'll be like, dang, man, I was blinded by what happened, and I was following them and listening to what they tell me, and I thought it was the right thing to say and the right thing to do. I looked at these men to teach, and then now they sit back and they'll tell me how much it messed up our relationship. And some of them, these relationships, you forgive brothers and sisters, but they're difficult to repair because of the things that happen. I'm going through a situation like that now, man, where I was real close to a couple of people, like real close to a couple of people. And now that all this stuff is kind of came and went, someone want to repair the relationship, but it's hard. So you got to be mindful, man, of who's teaching you and who's telling you what. Scripture talks about that. I don't know if you got it, but we'll bring it up.
See a message I just sent you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so let's go through the class. Let's go through the class. Leviticus 19:17.
19:17?
Yes, sir.
Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
It's funny that the sister sent you that message this morning, MASHARATHYAH, about, y'all shouldn't be doing this and this, just love each other and whatnot. The scriptures say, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Now you might think, but yeah, you ain't supposed to hate each other. But what does that mean? It goes on to explain it. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. It says you shall in any wise rebuke your neighbor, because not to rebuke him is to allow him to get away with sin. Which, watch this. This is what it means when you don't rebuke your neighbor. Get
Romans
chapter 6, verse 23. When you
Romans.
don't and not suffer sin upon him, meaning You allow him to sin. If you don't rebuke your neighbor, you're allowing him to sin. You're allowing him to just get away with that. And what's going to happen? Just like with anybody, they get a thieving spirit on them and they steal something, they get away with it, and it brings them pleasure. What are they likely to do again? Steal again.
Mm-hmm.
They get away with it again, they just gonna keep on stealing because they keep getting away with it. But if they get the punishment, they get the rebuke, they get the embarrassment, they learn, don't do that. Just like with children. If they do something bad and you don't whoop them, when they grow up, they headstrong. Next thing you know, they smacking you. That's why you see a lot of those white kids, they be beating their parents up, blowing their parents' brains out while they sleep because they didn't let them get the new Nintendo. Why? Because they never got discipline. No discipline, no correction, no rebuke. And they turn into monsters. The same way with us men and us women in this truth. If you love your brother, you going to say something to him. Hey, man, stop. And if he don't stop, you're going to rebuke him even harder. And if he still don't stop, then you cut him off. And then you say, okay, now you got to get away. You just the devil. But watch this. Romans 6:23.
Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord.
So if we suffer sin on somebody, the payment for that sin is death. How can I say I love you and you're a hypocrite and I don't say nothing? How can I say I love you and I see you doing vulgar, vile stuff and I don't say nothing? I say I love you and I see you stealing, committing adultery, just pining away in your sins and I don't say nothing because I got respect to persons, because I'm scared of how you're going to react. I'm scared of how you're going to look at me. I'm scared you might get mad. Well, I don't love you then. I don't love you. I love myself more than I love you because I'm scared of how you're going to make me feel when I say something to you. It's going to make me feel uncomfortable if you get mad. I'm more worried about my comfort level than the fact that the wages of that thing that you're doing is going to get you death. Watch this. Go to 1 Timothy chapter 5.
So drop Romans.
Drop Romans. We know the wages of sin is death. 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 19 to 20.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 19. Against an elder receive not an accusation, but before 2 or 3 witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear.
Now, why do you rebuke them? Go back to Leviticus 19. Because you love them. If you don't rebuke them, it's like I don't. That's why I'll tell you, brothers in the congregation right now that and this is the only one I can speak on is one that I've been a part of and I see personally. But IUIC, they let the bishops just sin free. Sin free. Go ahead, freely sin. Do whatever you be. Respect the persons, be hypocrites, do whatever. And they don't say nothing. Man, they don't love them. But that's what's being taught there. Ain't no friendship shit. Ain't no love there. There's no love. That's why it's so easy for everybody to cut everybody off and chop each other down and whatnot. Because ain't no love there. The scriptures say if you see your elder sin and you got witnesses to it, rebuke him before all. Rebuke them before all. Especially if it's the elder, he should be held to the highest standards. So if the little man, the little brother that just came in or sister, definitely rebuke him. Ain't nobody got no problem doing that. But when it comes to the one, you got respect. So now you in sin for being a respecter of persons. They in sin for being a hypocrite. Both of y'all hate each other. Everybody hate each other. Read that Leviticus 19:17 again, please.
Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Don't allow him to sin. If you see him sin, rebuke him before all, that others might fear, and he might be embarrassed. And if he's spiritual, he knows that's love. Damn, I was off. Damn, I go to witnesses. I tried to hide that thing. Damn, I got to repent. Thank you, brother, because I was slipping. My foot nigh slipped. Thank you. That's love. They got that light switch. I mean, brothers got that light switch love where they just turn it on and turn it off. I love you when everything's all good, but then when it's time to rebuke you or things go bad, I turn it off and I'm just pull away from you. Like right now, if everything hit the fence, everything hit the roof, whatever. Hey, rebuke each other if you love each other. If you love each other, you're supposed to rebuke each other. The beginning of the rebuke is, watch this. Go to Matthew, because it's a way to do it. Some of these brothers will be wicked as hell and they act, Matthew 18. They'll act like, no, that never happened. The steps were applied. But these are the steps you apply. Because you should be offended by sin. So when somebody does sin, and that's your brother and you love him, or your sister and you love her, and she sins, it should offend you. You should be offended. And this is what you should do. Matthew 18:15. Read that.
Matthew 18:15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
You
If
go
he
to them and tell them, hey, look, you know you bugging out. Because it might be that, look, they just slipping. That ain't who they are. They slipping. It might be a brother, he's starting to act like a filthy lucre. But it's not because that's who he is. Hold on real quick. Let me check my coffee pot.
Yeah, while he's doing that, what is that? Sirach. We'll get it. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to read that again. It says, Matthew 18:15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. I always tell brothers and sisters, that's the importance of building relationships. I've always, during council, I've always gotten brothers and sisters, you'll shalom each other. But whenever something happens, that's when you'll know if somebody's your brother and sister, because they'll come to me and say, I have an issue with somebody, but they won't go to them and address it. But applying the scripture also means getting to know somebody, building a relationship with somebody. And go ahead, Judah. Go ahead.
Yeah, good point. But going back to what I was saying, you go to your brother, it might be, say for instance, he's starting to act like a covetous person. He act like a filthy lucre. Y'all forgive me, my coffee pot, I think I put the little thing in there wrong and it was starting to spill out. So, but he's starting to act like a filthy lucre. You go to him alone and be like, hey man, that don't look right what you doing. And if he's a true brother and he's got any level of transparency or love for the fact that you coming at him like that, he'd be like, yeah man, I'm sorry, I'm just going through a lot. I can't pay my bills right now. Things is, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what to do. And then y'all can come together and come to a solution. Then you diverted, you know what I'm saying, you diverted from a real big catastrophe. In other words, you diverted from him getting put on blast. Now, if your brother will hear you, all praises. If he won't hear you, you go to somebody else. Hey, look, man, this is what the brother look like. You got some brothers that when you do that, you apply this to them, they'll be like, then you going to tell other people about my business. My brother, I'm trying to save your life because you bugging out. But as a brother that loves your brother or your sister, you're supposed to go to him. Hey, look, they look bad what you're doing. Why are you doing that? They might tell you the reason that they're doing it. Well, because I'm having money problems, man, and I just don't know how to deal with it. Oh, well, okay, let's work together to fix that. Many different things. That's why you go to your brother. That's love. You know what I'm saying? Those are the steps that you take. But it still got to be rebuked. You just don't allow sin, make excuses for brothers. That's what you see in this thing. Boss, where you at? I feel like he over wrestling with dishes. It sounds like he over wrestling with dishes. We're going to wait on MASHARATHYAH to get back. We have a technical difficulty. So let me go back and read that again so we ain't sitting here with no blank space. It says, Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So allowing your brother to sin, just allowing him to sit back, allowing everything to just go down, it's hatred. That's hatred. You don't really love your brother. I talked to a brother last night that investigated. Hey, brothers and sisters, y'all don't try to be added to the video because I ain't gonna add you. But I talked to a brother because I already got Marsh on her. I talked to a brother last night that he said that he sees it. At first he called me, he was trying to make excuses. I was like, look, brother, I was telling y'all about it yesterday. I was like, man, don't call me no more. Don't call me no more because you in agreement with sin. You hate your people, you hate me. I don't need to be around you hateful niggas. Y'all hateful, y'all niggas. Well, I'm cool. Just keep it moving. Kick over there where you at. Brother, brother, I guess I don't know. Maybe I sparked something in him. He did a diligent inquisition. He started searching around and finding out what was going on, and he found out that there was a lot of sin going on. He talked to some of the witnesses and he was blown away. And he hit me and he was like, "Dang man, I apologize. I really do." I'm like, all praises. But that's how we all have to be. Find out what's going on. If you love your brother, you ain't gonna just sit back and let somebody tell you anything. You sisters with the gossiping and stuff, don't sit back and let people just tell you anything about a sister that you say you love. Find out. It may be, watch this. Some of the stuff you find out about people might be true. It might be true.
Which one? Sirach 19?
Yep. Watch
What
this.
verse? What verse?
Verse 13.
Sirach 19 and 13. Admonish a friend, it may be he hath not done it. And if he
It's,
have done it, that
it
he
says,
do it no more.
admonish a friend, I go at him. It may be, speak to him. It may be that he not done it. He hadn't done it. That he didn't do what somebody's telling you that he did. Now watch this. Damn. We always got to keep, I guess we just got to keep on using us as an example. All that stuff that was said about us and other people, it may be that we had not done that crap. That's why it says admonish a friend. So brothers and sisters, you call yourself friends, nobody should be able to just tell you, yeah, cut that person off. He the devil. She's wicked. Cut her off. And then when you ask them, well, what happened? Look, just stay in order. Nobody should be able to do that to any one of us. The scriptures tell us, this is talking to us as individuals. This ain't talking to us as we have to go through a man to apply this. This is talking about you individually applying this. Read that again.
Sirach 19:13. Admonish a friend, it may be he hath not done it, and if he have done it, that he do it no more.
It says admonish him. Maybe he didn't do it, but if he did do it, by you coming to him and showing him, hey, I see what you're doing, brother. What the hell is wrong with you? Sis, why'd you say that about me? They might have actually did it, and then if they did do it, that they do it no more. Give them a chance to be like, I'm sorry, you're right, I'm bugging. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. That's how we're supposed to deal with each other. But notice it said, ain't no friendship in Israel. Ain't no friendship shit in Israel. Nah, that's bull. Don't listen to that crap. Read on.
Verse 14. Admonish thy friend, it may be he hath not said it, and if he have, that he speak it not again.
People will tell you rumors and be like, yeah, so-and-so said this, that, and the third. They'll take something that somebody said, yeah, that sister said this, that, and the third. And when the person said it, maybe they didn't say it like that. The person take it and then it goes through the grapevine and then it comes back to you and it looks like ill will. And then you just go off. I ain't messing with them no more, blase, blase. And then you just go off.
Mm-hmm.
But it says admonish your friend if you love them. If it's a friend, it's somebody you're supposed to love. Remember, Christ counted us as friends. He said that, and I'm going to read that later on. He said that, y'all ain't my servants, y'all my friends. And I lay my life down for y'all. That's love. That's how we're supposed to be dealing with each other. You just listen to everybody whispering and whatnot. No, me personally, the way I am, Monster tell you, anybody around me will tell you. If I think that you did something ill to me, I'm going to do one of two things. I'm going to, if I think you've been talking about me, I'm going to teach a class with you right there and cut you up with the scriptures so that you feel ashamed. And then I don't have to say nothing to you. Or I'm going to just flat out be like, I know what you said, and explain yourself. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to teach the class to see if the scriptures cut you. And if they do, you know what? We ain't got to have no uncomfortable discourse back and forth. The scriptures cut you. You understand what was understood need not be explained. And if that don't work and it just keep happening, then I'm going to say something. Hey, brother, sister, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you talking about me like that? Is it something you need to tell me and give you a chance to explain yourself? You can either bug out or you can make it right. You know what I'm saying? It might be that, hey, yeah, because you did this, that, and the third, and give me a chance to be like, damn, I'm sorry. You should have came to me first before you start whispering and crap behind my back.
Right.
Hey, give me a chance to say I'm sorry. I ain't perfect. Y'all, I'll be bugging out too. Maybe I'm the reason that you're talking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You better say something else.
No, I was agreeing with you, man.
Read that again, 14.
Verse 14. Admonish thy friend, it may be he hath not said it, and if he have, that he speak it not again.
Read on.
Verse 15. Admonish a friend, for many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale.
You see that? That don't be operating in Israel. As soon as somebody say something about you, they slander your name and all that. He the devil. He wicked as hell. Cut him off. Don't have no fellowship. Give me Romans 16:17. Let me go in and whatnot. And then people that ain't admonish their friend, people that just a little while ago was hugging you and kissing you and putting up little emojis about how great you are and how loving they are to you and this, that, and the third, within an instant, light switch, click, turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
On the word of another man. And it says, read that last part again about many times. This is what the word says.
Admonish a friend, for many times it is a slander, and believe not.
It's a slander.
Mm-hmm.
Many times it really, the person that's saying that stuff about the other person got hatred for that person. And they trying to get a team against you. They're trying to
Mm-hmm.
build a team against you, a team against them, a team against her. That's what they're doing. They said high school, be on my side. I'm mad at them, so I want everybody to be mad at them so they can see what I see. A lot of times they'll slander. A lot of times they'll trump something up. They'll expand a little. They'll turn a crumb into a brick. They'll turn a molehill into a mountain. And then they'll get you on their side. And then you be like, yeah, they the devil. That's not love. That's fake. That's fake. You got a lot of people around you that are fake as hell. And if you don't check them, it's just like a thief. If you don't check a thief, he continues to steal. If you don't check those people that act like that, they continue to act like that. And they get away with it. And they destroy lives. They destroy relationships. They destroy families. And it's not only their fault, but it's your fault because you don't say nothing. Because the scriptures tell you in Leviticus 19:17, you should not hate your brother. Rebuke your neighbor and don't suffer sin upon him. That's sin, sowing discord.
Right.
Sin.
Right. No one should ever be comfortable enough to go to you and start talking about somebody else. No one should be comfortable. I remember going to Judah, once before, and he told me, he said, "Hey, did you talk to that brother?" He's like, "Before you bring it to me, you got to go talk to that brother." And that's the fact. That's something that we always not do. We in the world, when we had an issue with somebody, we would always go to somebody else and complain, and then that person, you put a spirit on them. And so they have thoughts of this other person before, even if they don't even know that person. So it's a domino effect. So anytime somebody go to you, you make sure that they go to that other person and let them handle it. And don't allow them to put spirits on you. Because some
Right.
people go to you because they think they can.
You're absolutely right. Because they think, and then you got to ask yourself, why is this person bringing the gossip to me? What is it in my spirit that makes them think that I'm just going to receive that and we're just going to sit back and have a gossip party?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about me that makes them think that they can bring that to me? Because they wouldn't have brought that to so-and-so or such and such, but they feel comfortable bringing it to me. I told a brother before that, you know what I'm saying, over his house, it used to be everybody would come and converge over there and talk about problems in the camp. And I had to tell the brother, you got to check yourself. What is it in your spirit that makes people feel so comfortable every week after week, after the Sabbath? Let's all meet up over this dude's house and talk about the problems and talk about so-and-so and how such and such is. You got to ask yourself, what makes people comfortable doing that? When people try to do that with me, I make them uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's different if you don't went through something. Like, I'll talk about situations I done went through with other people. But this is after the situation can't get fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, we'll share stuff with each other and it's like, man, we already went through all the steps. Now I'm just talking about the past and how the crap worked out. But this is after I done already talked to him several times. I done already tried to work it out. I done already tried to apply the scriptures. I done sent the rebuke. I done received the rebuke and it just didn't work out. Now I give this to you as a learning experience. But that's one thing. It's another thing. The situation is hot. It's heavy. It's right there. It's on the mix. It's still things that need to be done. And instead of you trying to fix it, you over here gossiping about the crap. That ain't love. That's fake. That's fake. Drop that. Give me matter of fact, was that all on that? Let's go. Let's read all the way to
16.
Yeah.
Verse 16. This is Sirach 19:16. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that hath not offended with his tongue?
That's why we got to be so important when we're dealing with each other that we don't be so quick to be like, I'm gonna cut you off because you said something that offended me. Man, how many times you done said something offended somebody? Remember that? What is that in Ecclesiastes 7:21?
Yeah.
Read that real quick. Hold this in Sirach.
I got you.
Watch this. How many times has it been that you done offended somebody, or that you done said something that somebody, if they would have heard that you said that, they would be pissed at you. But because they you act like you ain't anybody say something about you, then you ready to hit the fan. You better hit the roof. Read that.
Ecclesiastes 7:20. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not.
We all slip. Read on.
Also take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. For oftentimes also thine own heart knoweth that thou thyself likewise hast cursed others.
It's a don't take heed to everything that you hear. Lest you hear a brother or sister curse you. You hear your servant curse you. It says servant right there, but it's talking about us. It says don't take heed to everything that you hear because people talk. Sometimes we get out of the spirit. Sometimes we just be in the mode of gossip. which is sinful. But watch this. It says, for oftentimes thine own heart knoweth that thou thyself likewise have cursed others. You done talked about, you sisters, y'all done talked about each other. I know I done talked about brothers. MASHARATHYAH done got on my nerves and I done talked about him. I done got on his nerves and he done talked about me. We talk about each other, but we know it's love, and we'll talk to each other also. And then if I hear that MASHARATHYAH said this about you, I ain't gonna be like, man, I'm cutting that dude off. You talking behind my back. Keep my name at your mouth, nigga. You know how y'all do. You know how people do. Keep my name out your mouth. You over talking behind my back and whatnot. I just recently heard about a brother that I love. MASHARATHAH didn't know about it. Brother hit me up. Was like, yeah, brother, talking about you, man. I was like, damn. That's like, you know, like you off or something. I'm like, what? And it was on some old emotional bull crap. And I ain't flip out on the brother. I'm like, man, oftentimes I done talked about others too. I ain't gonna get all upset. If anything, I'm just breaking scriptures down and throw them scriptures out there and whatnot. I ain't gonna make it into no big issue. But when it's all said and done, I know the brother's spirit. I know the brother loved me. I mean, I love the brother. We ain't always gonna agree. He got out of spirit. He was talking slick. Man, I ain't tripping. It is what it is. But I keep my eyes on stuff and make sure that if it gets out of hand and I see it's a spirit on the brother, then I'll address it. But immediately, you got my name in your mouth. Man, I love this brother. I ain't tripping. You got other brothers to be like, you know, knowing that they done did that, they be ready to bring the guillotine off of his head. He done said something about me. He's murmuring, backbiting. He's showing discord. They be ready to slice each other up, knowing damn well that they done spoke about brothers before.
And it might be over the same exact thing too.
Right. They ain't going hypocrites. That's what I'm saying. Hypocritical light switch love. Paying attention. Be mindful of your friends. Take note of your enemies, but be mindful of your friends. I'm telling you. Read on in Sirach, verse 16.
Sirach 19:16. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that hath not offended with his tongue?
See that? There's one that slippeth from his speech, but not from his heart. Which one of us have not offended with our tongue? Come on, man. I love is that weak that if you hear somebody talking about you, you better ready to end the whole friendship. Be uncomfortable. You can't even be around the brother. Read on.
Verse 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him. And not
neighbor, speak to him before you threaten him. Read on.
And not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High.
What's the law of the Most High? Give place to repentance. Not being angry, give place to repentance. Admonish your friend before you threaten him. Admonish your friend before you start going out and trying to, you know, honest. And I'm a victim of this. I've been a victim of this. I try to make sure that I don't do this with brothers. But brothers will get mad at you, and then they'll go start rallying people up against you, whispering in corners. Yeah, you know, this is how he really is. This is what really be going on. Y'all don't know him like I know him. Well, okay, if they don't know you like, if they don't know me like you know me, why are you trying to put your perception of me on them? Maybe me and them will have a better relationship than me and you. That's like with MASHARATHYAH when he was trying to go over there before he knew all this bull crap. And I'm sorry, man. I already apologized to you. You ain't got to shake your head.
No, you good. You good, man.
But before he knew all this bull crap was going on with the bishop, I did never try to make him look at it my way. I knew what I was going through with this dude, but I ain't never try to make him, I got to point the right direction. It's opposite. I ain't never try to make him look at it from my perspective. I ain't never give him the Judah Mac goggles and be like, here, put them on and look at him through them. He's messed up. They never do that. Because that's sowing discord. Now, I ain't going to go around and murmur about another man. Forget that. He don't like me, and now, you know, it is what it is. I see this, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to try to make you not like him because me and him ain't vibing. That's wicked as hell.
Hey, real quick, go to Sirach 28 to your point. Sirach 28, we're just going to read verse 4. 3 and 4, and that's it.
Sirach chapter 28, verse 3. One man beareth hatred against another, and doeth he seek pardon from the Lord?
Right, so you have hatred towards your brother, but you asking for forgiveness from the Most High. But you can't forgive a brother or a sister. And you have all the hatred stored up against somebody. And like we just read, you haven't even admonished somebody to the fact that they may not have done anything to you. Or it may not even be a big issue. Or when we read in Ecclesiastes 7, knowing that you've done the same thing. But yet somebody do something to you and you want to hang on to it. You want to hold on to it. Read on.
Verse 4. He showeth no mercy to a man which is like unto himself. And doeth he ask forgiveness of his own sins?
Right. You show no mercy to nobody else. You ready to drop the hammer. You ready to have all these people go against somebody, and you have no mercy, and they just like you. You make the same mistakes they do. We all mess up. And it says, and doth he ask forgiveness of his own sins? But you go to the Most High in prayer and ask for forgiveness for the things that you do, knowing you haven't gone to that brother and worked whatever issues out and squashed it and moved on and showed mercy towards that person. No type of compassion, but you want it done to you.
Right.
That's how we are.
Right. Now one might say, well, dang, well, why don't y'all have mercy on these dudes? Why y'all still going in on the IUIC, the camps and whatnot? Well, these brothers ain't repenting. These brothers, it comes a time where you got to start protecting, having enough love for your nation and for your people, where you got to start protecting people. If you know somebody's sinful as hell and they ain't repenting, they don't care, and they've done it and will do it over and over again, that's different. That's totally different. You don't have to be running around forgiving people who don't want no forgiveness. They don't think that they ain't did nothing, that they prideful, they arrogant, and they still attacking. You know what I'm saying? They still going at it. You ain't gotta operate in that with them, because they the devil. That's no more than you have to go out here to the other nations when they trying to oppress you, and then you gotta, you know what I'm saying, bow down and give them your neck, let them smack you over the head. Non-violent. Nah, that ain't what that's talking about. We're gonna get into it later on, but watch this. Let's get back to it. Proverbs 27:5.
Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love.
Open to rebuke somebody. Remember, it says about the them that sin rebuke before all. Open rebuke is better than secret love. It's better than secret love. Just like a whooping is, like people say, I don't whoop my kids because I love them, and then your kids end up bad as hell. Open rebuke, chastisement, all of that is better than secret love. I don't want to embarrass them, so I'm going to nah. Rebuke is love. Open rebuke is better than secret love, because secret love is fake. Secret love is absolutely fake. Secret love is what these brothers and sisters y'all see doing right now, where they secretly love a brother and whatnot, and they won't make him confess his sins. They won't hold him accountable to his transgressions. That's secret love. Open rebuke is real love. We read it in Leviticus 19:17. That's real love. Hiding the wind, that's secret stuff. That's that light switch love. Because it don't help nobody. Matter of fact, it hurts the person that you showing it to. It don't help nobody. Read that again.
Open rebuke is better than secret love.
Drop that, jump to John 14:15.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Christ said, if you love him, if we love the Lord, we're supposed to keep his commandments. What do some of his commandments deal with? Judgment, holding each other accountable, not hating each other, showing yourself friendly, forgiveness, mercy, these things. We all, you know, one thing that we focus way too much on is judgment. One thing we focus, that's in the law, but one thing we focus way too much on is judgment, because there's different ways to judge. You can judge somebody like we just read in Sirach 28. Was it Sirach 28? No, Sirach 19, excuse me. It's Sirach 19. I'm talking about admonishing a friend. That's a form of judgment. When you come to them and you admonish them and you let them know that they're going off. That's a form of judgment. You coming to them. Matthew 18. That's a form of judgment. You going to them and addressing the sins that they in. That's a form of judgment. Then you got other judgment where it's like, boom, drop the hammer. That's the one we focus on way too much. That only supposed to come out when you give brothers, when you go to a brother and give him space to repent and try to figure this thing out. Then, and he don't repent. He don't want to repent. Then it's like, okay, rebuke this Negro before all. Because this dude is a sinful, he's leaven. He's dangerous to the body. This sister's dangerous to the body. She's full of pride. She's full of arrogancy. She's full of laughing. She's dangerous to the body. Then you got to rebuke them so people will know. Because trust, people be watching. One thing I know for sure, if I know that somebody is off, you can guarantee that everybody else know. And that's what y'all need to understand. When y'all know that somebody's off, when y'all see something, be like, man, that ain't right. Did you see that? Half the people in the room is probably like, damn, that ain't right. Damn, that's messed up. And most of them is just going to cover it up, act like they didn't see it. It takes that one strong person to stand up and be like, hey, that ain't right. Did y'all see that? And then you got to make sure that everybody else is able to stand up. I'm telling you, dudes come around me and come with that BS about, yeah, man, I see it secretly, what's going on and whatnot. I start clowning them. Nah, man, you got to stand up and say what's right. You hate your brother. You hate you telling me you see exactly what I see, right? You see that? Yeah, man, I see it. And then I said, and I'll be like, why the hell are you whispering to me about it? Why ain't you saying something? Because brothers will do this to you. Sisters will too. They'll be like, I see it too. But you go say something. Because what they want to see is if they play, and then if you say something and everybody turns on you, they do this.
Yep, they'll sit back. They'll fall back.
They be like this.
Mm-hmm.
They'll let you just take the hit.
Mm-hmm.
Tell people, don't sit and whisper to me. Stand up if you love your brother.
They put a batter in your back, and then you ask them, where were you? And they was like, then they have all kind of excuses of what happened.
Yeah,
and why they didn't.
Yeah, and we don't agree. And we sick of this because we all see it. Then the person you're talking to be like, who? All of the hell these niggas go? Where they go? They be sitting over there talking about, we don't see nothing. What we talking about? We don't see nothing. That's how brothers be.
Mm-hmm. But what I meant was,
no, I wouldn't mean it like that. I didn't say, brother, why you? But I didn't say it like that. Like one of the captains, when I was saying, when I was in Orlando, one of the captains talking about, the bishop was mad. I didn't know what to do. I never seen him mad like that. Like, how many of y'all agree with what Judah talking about? Everybody's like, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, how many of y'all agree? I agree to get to him that he was the one. The other ones didn't know. He was the one that said, yeah, he put a battery in my back. Yeah, you need to say something. I'm like, well, you a captain, so you need to make sure that you say something too, because I'm just a 50. I'm going to say something. Wait. How many of y'all agree? He's like, I don't agree. Looking like, what? Later on, he's like, the bishop was mad. I'm like, damn, you got me standing up pleading the cause for this nonsense, and then I turn around and look for you, you're gone. Man, you a hater. Damn butt sniffer. I should have recognized butt sniffers way back then.
Yeah, you had a lot of butt sniffing moments.
Yeah. Butt sniffer extremes. But Christ said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Jump to Psalms 141 and 5. Psalms 141 and 5.
Book of Psalms, chapter 141 and verse 5. Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head.
You see that? It says, hold on, let the righteous smite me, and it should be a kindness. Let him reprove me, it'll be excellent oil, which shall not break my head. When you're operating in righteousness and you see your brother on some nonsense and you bring that rebuke, you bring that correction, it's kindness. It's love. That's love. Now, I'm saying this for myself. I told a brother, who was I talking to yesterday? I was talking about rebuke. I want brothers around me that ain't scared to tell me that I'm going off. Hey, Judah, you going off. What you did was off. You need that type. Them are the brothers that I know that love me. What I've had in the last few years, what I've realized is brothers around me, not all of them, but brothers around me to be like, man, love, man, you the man, I love you, man. Then somebody else say something, and then they be like, yeah, you going off. I've been seeing it. Yep, I seen it. I've been seeing it. Hold up. I've been talking to you for the last few years. You never said nothing. You telling me you been seeing it? So you wait until it appears that everything is imploding on me, and now you say for the last few years you've been seeing me go off? Either you lying or you hate my guts. Either way, you in sin. Either you are lying your ass off and you ain't seen nothing, you being a respecter of person, aka a butt sniffer, or you've hated my guts since you've known me and you watched me self-destruct. Either way, you in sin. And that's what I tell you, brothers and sisters, you got to watch them light switch love brothers. They'll tell you they'll be hugging kisses, sisters, hugs and kisses. And then they're quick to be able to cut you off and then be on the other side. Standing on the other side, talking about, yeah, I always knew Hold up, how do you always know? We ain't never had no problems. Nothing has ever transpired between me and you. Every time I talk to you, you're giving me all kind of love and accolades. How is it now that it looks like I'm in a bad way, and now you always knew?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch out for these brothers. And then they'll use these scriptures. Smite me, and it should be kindness. Don't be you going against me. I'm trying to help you. Nah, brother. You've been knowing me going down the wrong path for years. And now, because somebody else say something, now you ready to jump on this and be like, yeah, you've been messed up for years and you ain't never said nothing. Negro, you hate me. Don't try to make it seem like I'm supposed to listen to you now. If nothing else I get out of this, your ass hated me years ago. Or you flat out lying right now, and you're a respected person. You're a butt sniffer.
Right.
Watch out for people like that. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, you get people that tell you that, and they live in a whole nother city and a whole nother state. Stuff will come out like, yeah, I knew this brother's spirits was off. I knew it, man, when I was watching them teach. And I was like, how come nobody ever called me and told me these things? Because again, I want people that surround me, or I want people that'll see, that watch the classes, whatever the case may be. And I'd rather have you call me and check in on me and be like, hey, brother, this is what I see, or I just want to make sure you good. I don't want anybody that's just going to overlook it. And I definitely don't want people around me that are yes men. And I would expect the same thing for myself. And that goes back into what I was trying to say earlier about building relationships. Because when you build relationships, it's easy to say shalom to somebody and, give them hugs. But when you down and out, or when you need somebody, that's when you really gonna find out who's there for you. And I ain't just talking about the good times. I'm talking about I want somebody during the hard times when you ain't got nothing and when you struggling. Those are when you really gonna find out who's your brother and sister when you have nothing to offer them. When you ain't got jack but your name, and that's it. So I never wanted anybody that's a yes man. And in this walk, it might take you some time to find somebody like that. Because remember, like I said before, when you come in, you can find different kind of peoples just like you had in the world. And so it might take you a little bit of time to find people like that. You might get disappointed a couple of times. 1 minute you might have 50 people around you, you thinking everything is good and all these are your brothers and sisters, and then something happen, and shoot, after that, you might be down to 2 people. But guess what? You sifted through those other 48 people who were no good for you, and these are the ones that you stick with. These are the ones that the Most High gave you. These are the ones who really have proven themselves, and those are the ones that really meant, hey, bro, I don't want nothing from you. Hey, bro, all I want is your friendship. All I want is your counsel. All I want is, your brotherhood or your sisterhood, and that's all I need from you. So you're going to go through some stuff, and then you'll find out what kind of people, that you're around. And that's why for the relationships that I have, you ain't going to be able to tell me nothing. Nobody can sit there and tell me, hey, Judah's evil as hell. Stay away from Judah. People have tried, but I'm like, I know the brother, though. We proven it, man. Hey, tell him, Judah, when I lived in your house, me and his brother used to fight damn near every day. Argue every day. And then, right. Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, me and him be like, you know what, man, we cool, man. Hey, because we operate the scriptures and we understood, man, the stuff that was just transpiring, as well as we was learning each other, like he said, and we loved each other, man. We've been around each other for so long. So those are the relationships that you want.
The stuff that we used to argue about be from outside influences. How he's dealing with the stuff that's going on with him in Dallas, and how I'm dealing with stuff that's going on with me and with Kanai. He's dealing with the stuff that also with him and the bishop and this, and it was like, all that. But in that, one thing that we understood is, man, that brother loved the Lord. He know I love the Lord. I know that brother loved me. He know that I love him. And you build off of that. Everybody, we ain't gonna always agree on stuff. Get mad at each other. The scriptures say, be angry and sin not. What's the sin? You holding a grudge. You won't apologize. You won't allow another brother to apologize. You won't do nothing to try to make it right. That's what a sin be. Watch this. Going off your point. I'm sorry, was you through, bro?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Judah.
Going off your point about, saying, watching the people around you. Go to Sirach chapter 6 and verse 13.
All right, so you want me to drop songs?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies
When
and
people
take...
show themselves to be your enemy, don't think that you got to stay around them. And watch this. You can be enemy to anybody who is sinful. Anybody that tells you they ain't gonna be around you, they don't want to be around you, they cutting you off because somebody else said cut you off, they right there at that point have marked themselves as your enemy. They cutting you off because somebody else told them to cut you off. Not because they investigated your side, or they talk to you and they see that you wicked as hell because they've investigated on your side to see where you come from, but just because somebody else said to cut you off. That is your enemy. I had a brother hit me up out of Orlando, one of the officers out of there. We always had good things, man. We always was good. There was never no beef, never nothing. Brother hit me up and was talking about, yeah, you changed, you different. First off, I'm in Texas. How do you know I'm different? Before I left there, I was the same. Now I'm in Texas. All this stuff is going haywire, and now I'm different.
Right.
So I really make that accusation of me being different is because we've had conversations and you've seen that I'm different, or because right now I'm going in against the iniquity. So that's what makes me different. Have you investigated to see what's going on from both sides? No. But you say I'm different. And then I cut him off. I basically clowned him. And then I said, don't call me no more. And I deleted him. And I deleted his, I blocked his number so he can't call me no more. So the brother get in contact with somebody else and tells him, man, Judah's trying to mark me as an enemy. How you trying to mark me as an enemy? Well, brother, you already marked yourself as an enemy. You clown me, tell me that you know what I'm saying, you can't talk to me, this, that, and the third, you're an enemy. So what I do is I separate myself from you, and I make it easy for you to separate yourself from me. Now, later on, you send me a message through somebody and say, hey, you see this, and you want to actually talk to see the side, then I'm always open. Forgiveness is always available. But the scriptures tell you to mark your enemies, separate yourself from your enemies. If the brother hit me up and I got it to do, and the brother say, man, I'm hitting bad. Somebody called me and be like, yeah, the brother hitting bad. He need money for this, that, and the third. If I got it, I'll send the money because I love my brother. But I ain't going to be around him because he's my enemy. Read that again. He's not good for me. You cut me off because you know that I've been in sin. Well, why you ain't come to me? You wait until he say I'm in sin and then you cut me off? Come on, man. Stay away from people like that. Do not let nobody convince you that they love you with that fake light switch love. People that love you, they're going to be in your corner. They're going to be there when you jacked up and when you good. It means more when they're in your corner when you're really going through it. When you caught up in your bull crap, that's when it means more when they're in your corner. When you're in a depression, when you're going through something and you freaking being hard-headed. And them are the people that's right there and won't stop and help you break through that. Them are your friends. Them are the people that you know love you. I got a few brothers. I got a handful of brothers like that. I got some that are friends, but I got some that are fervent, that I know that these brothers, no matter what, unless I just forsake God, they right there. They've been there.
That's all you need, right?
That's all you need is a handful. That's why on this song, I was like, I keep my circle small. Keep your circle small. There's only a handful of real brothers, a handful of real sisters that really got your back. When all else fails, they still like, nah, I'm here for you. You need, look, I had brothers when I was going through it, when all the camp was cutting me off, I had brothers talking about, I want you to come down here. I'm like, you're going to get kicked out if they find out I'm down there with you. I don't give a damn. We just ain't going to tell nobody. You my brother. Get your ass down here. I need you to come and get away from everything. They had brothers like that. While I was going through it, they was like, I don't care what they say. I know you. Come down here. Yeah, I'm still in the camp. And then I got other brothers like, yeah, man, no matter what, I'm with you and whatnot. And then the shit hit the fan. They're like, and then after it clears up, they're like, you know, I was always there. Man, get the hell out of my face. I don't want to hear that bull crap. Read that.
Sirach 6
and was in your corner. Yeah, you was in the corner over there.
Way over there.
Way over the four corners of the earth. I'm over here. You in the I'm you in my corner.
Sirach 6 and 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends.
Then separate yourself from your enemies, but also take heed of your friends. Always pay attention, because hey, some friends are friends only in for a season, only when you're doing good. They right there with you when it's prosperous, when everybody love you, they there. And then they disappear and separate themselves into the corner of the farthest corner of the earth. Be over there talking about, I was with you all the time. Yeah, right, Negro. I'm over here suffering. You over there. I'm in the ditch. You over there talking about you with me. It's gonna be all right. Damn. You had a rope factory. You working at a ladder factory. Yelling at me, it's gonna be all right. Negro, I'm in the ditch. How about you drag one of them ladders over here, buster? Drop that. Go to John 15.
Hold on, real quick. Yeah, let me get Sirach 22. We're gonna read 20 through 22.
Be mindful of these fake friends, Israel. Take note of them. Don't just be around them like you have to. Some of your fake friends are really enemies with friend t-shirts on. T-shirts say friends. They ain't really friends. Sirach 20 and 22.
20. We're gonna read 20 through 22.
Sirach 20 and 20. A wise sentence.
No, 22 and 20. My bad.
Oh, okay.
22
Sirach,
and 20.
Sirach 22 and 20.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Whoso casteth a stone at the birds frayeth them away, and he that upbraideth his friends breaketh friendships.
Right. So it gives you the analogy. Whoso casteth a stone at the birds frayeth them away. So if you take a rock, you got all these birds in the field. If you throw that rock, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna separate. So it says, and he that upbraideth his friend breaketh friendship. So it's the same way. If you scold your brothers, if you deal with them angrily, if you do something wrong, if you berate them, you can separate a friendship. Read on.
Though thou drawest a sword at thy friend, yet despair not. Excuse me. Let me read that again. Verse 21. Though thou drawest a sword at thy friend, yet despair not. For there may be a returning to favor.
Read on.
If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend, fear not, for there may be a reconciliation.
So it's telling you, it says if you open your mouth against a friend, you might be able to reconcile, but it's going to say except for what?
Except for upbraiding or pride.
Right. So if you have pride on you, you can still break a friendship. You can't repair a friendship. Go ahead.
Or disclosing of secrets.
If you're telling your brother's secrets or sister's secrets, if somebody comes to you in confidence and all of a sudden they business get out, you can break a friendship. Read.
Or treacherous wound.
Mm-hmm.
For these things, every friend will depart.
Right. So you can't get mad if you do something to a friend and they depart from you, if they separate. You can't.
Hey,
you can't. Go ahead.
Hey, I got to go on experience. This crap didn't happen to me. I get down to Texas. A brother get me down there, and then immediately start sunning me and treat me like, you know what I'm saying, some kind of weird stepchild. I done brought my family and whatnot. This dude is like freaking like he got a hatred for me. Come to find out, the people that he was with, that's the way he was talking. It was freaking hatred for this dude. Keep this dude out of my business and keep this dude. And I'm down there like, what the hell is going on? You done put me in the middle of the ocean on a little rowboat, and you told me I was about to be on this thing on cruise ship, and I'm sitting out here on a rowboat getting pulled by the cruise ship. What the hell is going on out here? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, this friendship is off. I got to figure out my own way or whatever. So that's treachery right there. You know what I'm saying? Then when I say something, pride kicks in. When I ain't doing you the one, this, that, and the third. And then next thing you know, I'm being lied on and stood up before everybody and whatnot. So now when people look at it, be like, man, you need to go make it right. I'm like, man, look, I'm cool. The scriptures tell you, for these things, every friend will depart.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is an enemy. Don't take nothing right. Y'all see all this stuff? That's an enemy. And that's what y'all brothers and sisters need to learn. Be able to recognize your enemies. Everybody ain't for your good. Some people say they love you, and it's that light switch love. I love you when it's convenient. And I'm going to hate you with everybody. I love you when it's convenient. I really don't love you. I love you when it's convenient. I'm gonna show you. Nope, I'm gonna shut it off. That's that light switch love. Some people around you, you'd be surprised how many people around you that are smiling actually hate your guts, especially if you're a good person, especially if you got good qualities, especially if other people love you. You'd be surprised how many people around you really hate your guts. They jealous of you and they hate your guts, but they can't show it because it looks bad for them to show it. So they'll secretly try to plant seeds in others to get other people to hate your guts. Now we can have a hate your guts club secretly and then destroy you. How do I know? Because the crap happened to me. It came from the least expected place. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch. That's why it says, depart from your enemies, separate from your enemies, but be mindful of your friends. Some of your friends hate your damn guts, and you be pulling them around, they be happy and whatnot, and deep down inside, they be like, I hate that nigga. She get on my nerves. She thinks she's cute. She always come over. You all see her, she always coming over all made up. Why she coming over here made up? Be a sister in there that don't never want to make herself up, lazy as hell, husband tired of seeing her with that damn black thing on the back of her head and whatnot, the popcorn bag, eating every day, she come in, and that's when she going to house coat and the popcorn bag on her head, and he tired of seeing that. And then you come over, you a friend, you just coming over to be cool with her and whatnot and say, hey, girl. And you look beautiful every time now she mad. She's like, hey, girl. In the back of her mind, she's like, come over trying to look all cute around my husband. Hey, girl, I brought something to you. Try this. See if your Lord wants some. Trying to feed my husband because you cook all the time. You be thinking these people love you or whatnot, man. You got to be paying attention to people. Trying to come over here always smelling all sweet. Sisters, y'all know y'all be on that. Come over here. That dress is too tight. Just be flowing. It'd be a sundress, it'd be flowing. Just they got shape. They got shape so they can't help it. Dress too tight coming over here. Trying to sew her booty off. Be mindful of your friends.
That's funny.
John 15:10. Brothers be like that too. Come on, good job. I drive Lyft. He come over here working for the city. I always got more to put on it than me. Brother be pissed. I always got more to put. He always come over here with expensive drink, knowing I can't afford nothing but Hennessy. I mean, I can't afford nothing but E&J. He coming over here with the $100 bottle stuff, making me look bad in front of my wife. Hey, brother, shalom. Yeah, brother, it's my brother right here. Punk ass me. Give me the bottle. Y'all be surprised, I'm telling you. Y'all think I'm just joking. I'm being funny, but it ain't no joke. You be have brothers around you that really like that. If they say they love you and you be sitting over there all freaking giddy. They love me, it's my family. And they really don't love you. I had to find out the hard way. Brothers do not love you. I had brothers that I've been around since I've been in the truth, done gave all of everything that I can think of, all my time, almost gave my mind to these brothers and whatnot. And when the going got rough and the stuff hit the fan, none of them reached out. None of them tried to get the full truth or get both sides. They just backed off and was like, yeah, he the devil. I'm like, damn. So y'all ain't never loved me in the first place. Y'all was just there because I was doing stuff for you. I get it. Cool. Read that.
John 15:10. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love.
So we know that first off, loving the base ingredient for loving each other is to keep God's commandments. Because in the law, he gives us all, the Most High in Christ gives us every aspect that we can think of on how to deal with each other. Even with our enemies. We don't have to seek our enemies out and find out if we can do something for them. But it says if you come by the way and you see your, watch this, don't get that real quick in Exodus.
What's that?
Exodus 23. Like some might think that, I got to be inquiring and see if I got to go help my enemies. No, you ain't got to. Sometimes your enemies be going through stuff and you ain't got to step up and be like, here, let me help you. But if it comes your way, for instance, your enemy come to you and be like, man, look, I'm humbling myself. I need help, please. Help him. Show the mercy. He don't come to you and it don't come your way, then whatever. Most I jacking him up. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's on them. But if he come humble himself and look, I ain't got nowhere else to go. I need help. Watch this. Read that in Exodus 23.
23 and 4.
Read that.
Exodus 23 and 4. If thou meet thy enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again.
You see that? It says if you meet his, now this is come your way. and you got the option. Here it is, and I know it belongs to that nigga. He don't like me anyway, so I'm gonna let it go. Let that mug go. I hope it don't never come back to him. That's wicked. You can stop and be like, here, man, this is yours. There you go. And then I'm out. Oh, thank you. And by doing so, you heap hot coals on the brother's head because he don't like you. But damn, no matter how much he don't like you, you still doing stuff for him. No matter how much he don't like you, you still ain't hating on him. I hate that. People that are spiritual, they'll be like, damn, maybe I'm tripping. But most people, they'll be like, I hate that nigga even more. He making me look bad. People seen him bring my stuff back. The same people that seen him bring my stuff back heard me talking bad about him 15 minutes ago. That's like with MASHARATHYAH, when he used to go over the dude's crib and I'd be like, I ain't saying nothing bad about him. I know Mash was like, damn, you ain't saying nothing about this dude. He over there talking about you like a dog. Like, yeah, it's on him. That's why his ass getting jacked up right now. That's what his ass get. Read on. Watch this.
Verse 5, if thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him.
So you in the way and you see this affliction. And you're like, man, I ain't helping him with nothing. But you see that thing is something that you can do right there in that moment, and you forbear to help him, go ahead and help him. You got it in your power, go ahead and help him get up out of there. Then move on. Still separate from your enemies. Even though he hates you, help him anyway. Why? Because Christ did that for us. Christ did that for us. Watch
Right.
it.
Hey, the thing that I like about it, it says, thou shalt surely help with him. So there may be an opportunity, a window there for you and him to work out whatever happened, whatever issue was there. There's some problems that we have, man, that you can fix. So the Most High might provide an opportunity, a window of opportunity for you and him to fix it. And the thing that's heavy about those two scriptures is, it's not only him that you would have hatred for. You would have hatred for his wife, his kids, his livelihood. It's a domino effect. It ain't just towards him. When you wish evil upon a brother or sister, you wishing evil upon a whole family. You got to think about that.
Yeah, when you lying on a brother or sister that's going to change, a lie that's going to change their life, you lying against all their livelihood. It don't matter. That lie can mess around and break him and his marriage up. Now his wife believed the lie, and she like, you the devil that the Bible speaks. And then next thing you know, they in turmoil. The kids start disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? They all behind you lying, all behind your hatred. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be mindful of your friends. Really be mindful of your friends. I'm telling you, me, you know how I be mindful of my friends? I pull Negroes real close to me. People that I love, I pull you real close, because I'm watching. I watch every mannerism, everything you do. I do little stuff. I treat on stuff, and then I'll sit back when you got it and see how you act with yours. I'll be paying attention to everything, every little small thing. And then you know what else I do? And this is a good exercise for you brothers and sisters. When I see something, no matter how small, I'll say something. Like, hey, man, dang, you just gonna do that? That was whack as hell. Everybody goes, no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I wasn't trying to do it like that. Yeah, you was. Damn, it's like that. I wouldn't have did that to you. Then I walk off. Then what happens with righteous brothers, the next time a situation come up, I ain't got to ask them. They're like, here, brother. Hey, here, you know, and now it's reciprocation going on. What I do for you, you do for me. Other brothers, after a minute, they just get tired of me saying something. And then I get tired of saying something. I just be like, you wicked as hell, dude. You a greedy, selfish ass bastard. You ain't for nobody's good but yourself. I'll make you uncomfortable. And then you just want to get away from me because I ain't going to let you just continue to do that. And you can ask brothers around me because I done had brothers around me and I had to do that before. Like, you were greedy as hell. What are you trying to say I'm greedy? Because you greedy. Look, because you did that, you did this, you did that. I ain't going to just let it build up until I just can't take it no more and be like, F you. Like that new song that came out.
Oh.
we don't. Hey, that was funny as hell. Go back. John
chapter 15 and verse 10. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love.
Read.
Verse 11. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full.
Keep on.
Verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, as I have loved you.
You see that Christ said love. We supposed to, his commandment is that we love one another like he loved us. And Christ put up with all kind of stuff with us. Christ gave more of himself for us. Christ wasn't just cutting people off. Christ didn't just cut people off. He didn't roll like that. Christ was emotional when it came to us. Christ cried when it came to us. Christ got angry when it came to us. Christ fought for us. Christ died when it came to us. Christ fed us. You know what I'm saying? He said, love each other like I love y'all. This is my commandment to y'all. Watch this. Read on. We're going to read down to 18.
Verse 14. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you.
Now, verse 13.
Excuse me. Verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Now, we'll read that and be like, yeah, we'll lay down. I lay down my, I done had brothers in this truth, to tell me that they would die for me. They'll lay down my life. You heard people come on to class and be like, we jeopardize our lives when we go to camp. We jeopardize our lives for each other and whatnot. Man, that's fake as hell. No, you don't. These brothers ain't gonna jeopardize their life for nothing. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. Because you telling me you'll jeopardize your life for a brother, and 15 minutes later, you'll cut a brother off and don't give a damn what's going on with him, his family, his children, nothing. You'll jeopardize your life for a sister, and 15 minutes later, you'll cut the sister off because you found out she was murdering. And you ain't even yet. Come on. Now you won't. No greater love is it than a man lay down his life for his brother. To have that type of love, you really got to be involved with each other's lives, because you ain't just going to lay down your life for anybody. That's why I say, don't be, people be like, man, I love you so much. Some of y'all on Facebook or whatever, y'all be like, man, I love you, brother. Really, I love you. And I'll be like, I love you too. But don't get it twisted. That's not this kind of love right here, because you ain't going to jeopardize your life for me. You ain't going to hear, I know the brothers who will, you know what I'm saying? And I know the brothers that I jeopardize my life for. But if I don't know you and you don't know me, you ain't jeopardizing your life for me no more than I am for you. Because I got a family to think about. So do you.
Right.
Now, if I know, like MASHARATHYAH, I jeopardize my life for MASHARATHYAH, because if I'm dead, MASHARATHYAH is going to be trying to figure out how my kids is going to be okay and my wife is going to be okay. If he's dead, I'm going to be trying to figure out how I'm going to get his son, and his son's going to be okay. His children are going to be all right. I got to do whatever I can to make sure. And that's going to be part of my life until they get older. Old enough to take care of themselves. I got to be there, counsel, whatever he would have did for them, I got to figure out how I can do it. Even if I got to pack everybody in my house. Now, some people be like, I love you. Man, I'll jeopardize my life for you. Nah, you won't. Shut up, man. Let's stop. Let's just say that we friends and we good friends or whatever. Are we associates? Are we
cool?
Acquaintances or whatever.
Right.
We cool. You know what I'm saying? I love the idea that you are my people. I love that. But hell, right now, y'all got cousins that y'all ain't seen in 16 years. That y'all ain't gonna lay your life down for it. Y'all might have grew up and peed in the same bed together. But y'all ain't gonna lay, you don't tell me you're gonna lay your life down for me. Stop with the fake love. If you really want to feel like that, then start reaching out and making connections. Figure out how to travel and get to people and be able to make a connection. And I know your kids and you know my kids, and we really make a connection. But all that other stuff is freaking lip service. Shut up. Stop with the nonsense. Because as soon as something happens that you don't agree with, you'll cut a brother off. You'll cut a sister off. Stop being fake, Israel. Stop with the light switch love. It's fake as hell. And we learned that in these camps. Ain't no friendship shit. Hey, if that's the case, then don't even act like it. Do you, live you, I'm going to do me, live me. And I get the people around me that I know love me, and you get the people around you that you know love you. But let's stop being fake with each other. And if we really love each other, we're going to try to reach out to each other. We're going to try to talk to each other. We're going to talk to each other often. Remember in Malachi, get that, Malachi 3:16. This is the Most High say, this is love. And the Most High pays attention to this. Like,
yeah,
some old bull crap.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name.
Why is that? Why is the Most High writing that down? Look how they communicate with each other. They going out of their way to be around each other. Look what they doing. Why is he writing it down? Because it's according to his law. He's seeing that that's love. These people really love each other. Let me write them names down, because they really operating in that type of love. That love that surpasses understanding. Let me write them names down. I hear brothers and sisters talking about what we gonna do after we leave the camp. Man, y'all see it's 500-600 views, 1,000, 2,000 views on some of these, 4,000 views on some of these videos. Start reaching out to people. Put yourself out there. Where y'all at? What city y'all in? Hey, what the hotel prices like down there? I'm gonna come down there, me and my family, and fellowship with you on the Sabbath. Let me call you every once in a while. Hey, sister, let me call you and let's talk. I'm going through it. Let's talk. Let's just shoot the bully bobo and build a relationship. That brothers ain't even talking to each other. We get on here on this Facebook stuff and be like, it's love. We love you so much, Israel. Stop. No, you don't. You love me. What's my son's name? You love me so much. You just love me. What's my son's name? No, you know my wife's name because she be on Facebook. What's my son's name? You don't know because you don't know nothing about me. You don't love me. I don't know your kid's name neither. One of the most important things in your life is your children, and you love me that much, but you don't know my children's names. Stop. Let's be real. We can build those relationships though. Hope y'all understand. It's the tide has got to change in how we deal with each other. Because we've been taught this fake hatred love, this light switch love.
Right. Hey, I got a couple things, dude. I got a scripture too. But I'm going to tell you what he's saying is facts. Because I remember when him and I was getting to know each other. And I was like, yeah, Judah, man, you my brother, man. And I love you, bro. And he was like, yeah, we'll find out. We'll see. And when all these things came up, he would test me. And I would get mad as hell. I'm like, what you mean, Judah? I'm still here, man. I'm still in the mix with you. He's like, bro, I've had so many people tell me that, and then they disappear or they turn on you or they nowhere to be found, so on and so forth. So me and him went through that for months. And that used to drive me crazy because he'd be like, yeah, okay, you say you love me. We'll find out. We'll see. And all these things that kept coming up had to happen. And then he was finally like, yeah, okay, I see you, bro. You still here. You still in the fight. You still in the mix. Yeah, you do. But that used to tick me off because I felt the same way as him. You have people around you and stuff like that, and you test them. The scripture tells you that. You got to prove a friend. We automatically just give people credit without even trying them through anything. When things is good, you're like, yeah, that's my brother, that's my sister. No, you got to try them. Then that's when you'll know who's who. But that used to tick me off, dude. I used to tell you that all the time.
I know. I remember.
It used to tick me off.
And that's what we should be doing. And like hey, Alicia, I know Alicia, he be talking to me about you. I know we be talking about you all the time. Alicia be going hard. Sometimes we going too hard. But you know what? Because we love each other, we're gonna say something. We're gonna say something.
Right.
And look, y'all done been in the same spot. She traveled to go down there and the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Remember when y'all was in over the brother's house? You know
Abiyah.
Gun range and all of those stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's an example of trying to meet. We see each other on here, and y'all just words on the screen.
Right.
Just text messages. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And to your point, that's my sister. So I should be able to call and have conversations or whatnot, and vice versa. She's called me a couple of times and, you know, voice her concerns and stuff. And I took it no type of way. And that's how you build with each other. Hey, real quick. So John 15:13 says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Watch this. Go to John 18:4. We're going to read through 8. So this is the Messiah when they came to pick him up for him before he got crucified. Watch this. Remember, he said that to lay down his life for your friends. Read that.
John 18:4.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, whom seek ye?
Right. So he told them, the guards, he said, whom seek ye? Who are you looking for? Read.
They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with him. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backwards and fell onto the ground.
Right. So he said, I am he. As soon as he said that, they fell. Go ahead.
Then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth.
Uh-huh.
Said, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way.
Right. So you see that? He said, Jesus answered, I told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way. Meaning the disciples. He was going to lay down his life for them. He said, if you coming for me, let them go, take me, and let them live. So he laid down his life. No greater love than that. So he gave an example of that. He showed that himself.
Right. Go back to John 15.
John 15:14. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
You see how Christ dealt with us? Christ didn't take no position of, I'm over you. You just going to, he said, you are my friends if you do whatever I command you. Now, we know we got to follow his commandments, but he dealt with us like, nah, we friends. I'm trying to show y'all an example of friendship. I
Mm-hmm.
am the Lord. I am the Son of the Most High. I am the soon to be resurrected King of Israel. I am all of that. I am that I am. I was the first created, the first thing in it. But y'all my friends. Let's see how he treated us, and I'm gonna die for y'all. Even though that I'm all that, I can command angels right now and rip this whole stuff apart and start over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I'm showing y'all example. Y'all my friends. I love y'all. I'll die for y'all. Hey, like he just read, man, let my friends go. Take me. Let my friends go. That's the love that we ain't got for each other. We be on this old fake parquet love. I can't believe it's not butter love. It ain't real. It ain't real. It got the nutrients in it. It's just it's lip service love. Read on.
Verse 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you.
Everything that I get, I'm giving it to you. I don't call you servants. I call you my friends. Everything that I receive from my Father, I freely give it to you. You got brothers that call themselves captains and deacons and bishops and all of those stuff, and they serve. You got to go through them for everything. You got to bow down to them for everything. You got to submit to them even in sin. When they sinning, you can't even say nothing. You they servants. They not your friends. These brothers, they put themselves over you. They not your friends. They not operating like Christ. I'm telling you that y'all gotta pay attention to what's going on around y'all. And I keep saying this over and over again because that's how we're gonna change the tide of what the truth has come to mean. Being in the truth. A lot of us say we in the truth, but we ain't in the truth. You got fake love. That ain't truthful. You say you love brother one day, the next day you cut them off with no reason. That ain't truthful. I don't like you because they don't like you. That ain't truthful. That ain't the truth. Read on.
Verse 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you.
Read on.
Verse 17. These things I command you, that ye
These
love
read
that ye love one another.
that you love one another. That's the whole premise of this Bible is that for us right now in this truth to love each other fervently. Don't let love be without dissimulation or fake. Be willing to lay down your life. Be willing to wash each other's feet. Be willing to be merciful with each other. Be willing to forgive each other if you ask for repentance. If you repent, be willing to forgive each other and not hold a grudge. Not this army. Not this army crap that they be teaching. Not this army. Yeah, we are steer and we the army and this that. Nah, brother, we already had that. That didn't work out too well for us. We jacked that up. We was evil towards each other. We was stealing each other, kings, stealing people's wives, making you bow down to them. We already messed that up. That's why we in captivity right now. We trying to recreate. We try to go into the Old Testament and recreate that stuff now in the New Testament under Christ. Christ didn't command us to do that. We're going out here and we're going against the nations. Because look, go in the Old Testament, read how we prophesy against the nations. This, that, and the third. Man, Christ told us to go and preach the gospel. That's what he did. He said he's going to come and separate everybody. The wheat and the tares. We so busy out here spreading hatred for everybody, we spread hatred for each other. Once you get that spirit on you where you got hate, and yeah, you're going to die, and everybody going to die. Most of y'all ain't going to make it anyway. You're all going to die anyway. So I don't give a damn if 1,000 of y'all leave. You're going to die anyway. Damn. That's the truth. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I done heard it. 500 of y'all can leave. I don't care. Hey, if 500, for one, I ain't got no 500 real friends anyway. I only got a few. If one of my real friends leave, one of the people that I say that I love, leave me and say to hell with you, it's going to jack me up. Look, why y'all think I went into that depression about a month or so ago, a month and a half ago, when I got off Facebook and I was at a bad place. Ended up having to stop drinking and whatnot because I was about to kill myself. Not literally, I wasn't trying to be suicidal, but with the sorrow, because until sorrow will kill you. With the sorrow and the stuff that I was feeling, I was jacked up. Why y'all think it was? Because people that I love freaking turned on me and they ain't even reach out. I was jacked up because I really do care about you. These Negroes and a lot of these people around you be like, I don't care if 1,000 of y'all leave. To hell with y'all. They telling you exactly where they coming from. They telling you that they don't give a damn about you, niggas and spics. They telling you y'all fight to stay with that. It's the pimp hoe stuff. That ain't real love. They don't love you no more than the pimp love the hoes.
Hey, I'm sorry, dude. I gotta read something, man, if you don't mind. Because remember, there's no new thing under the sun. And we want a king over us, and the exact same thing is happening when you set someone over you. Because like Judah's saying, we ain't supposed to have that. We all supposed to be on an equal playing field. We supposed to love one another. We supposed to be servants towards one another. But when you put somebody on a pedestal in a high seat, the same exact thing that happened back then is happening now. If you don't mind, you 1 Samuel 8. Watch this. No new thing under the sun. While you were saying that, this came to mind.
1 Samuel 8.
Start at verse 12. We're going to read through 19, and we're going to speed read. I ain't going to address everything.
1 Samuel 8 and 12. And he will appoint him captains over thousands. And captains
Actually, start at verse
11.
Yeah, start at verse 11. This is when we were making Saul a king. This is when Israel wanted a king, and we had the Most High. We had the greatest, but yet we wanted a man to be over us, somebody physically to be over us. Read that.
Verse 11, 1 Samuel 8 and 11. And he said, thus will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots, and to be his horsemen. And some shall run before his chariots.
So the key thing, remember, it said he will take your sons and appoint them for himself. Keep that in mind, for himself. Read on.
And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over 50s. And he will set them to ear his ground and to reap his harvest and to make his instruments of war and instruments of his chariots.
You see that? So now the key words is he will appoint him and to make his. So it's all possessive. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And he will take your daughters to be his confectionaries and to be cooks and to be bakers.
So now he's taking your daughters, and guess what? He's using them for his purpose. They belong to him. Nothing has been said is for the benefit of you, and it's no benefit of the Most High. Everything is going into him. Read on.
And he will take...
real quick. So do you think the Most High is going to say, okay, my people don't want me, but I'm going to give them a king that's going to be good for them? It's just the same thing when we went into captivity. It said, because we didn't serve him with joyfulness and gladness of heart, therefore you was going to have to serve your enemies. You think he was going to give you somebody that's good for you? If you reject him, you think he going to give you a king that's good for you? Go ahead, Judah.
And one might say, well, we had King David. When we was in rulership, we had King Solomon. Man, look into their lives.
Mm-hmm.
King David, you know, but we was constantly at war. You know, people were dying, you know what I'm saying, under King David because of his wickedness that he did. King David died, he had diseases. King David jacked up. Solomon, Ecclesiastes, Solomon crying out. Solomon was jacked up. He was building temples. He was putting hard burdens on people. Solomon's son, they was like, hey, when Solomon died, they was like, hey, ease the burden that your father put on us. So think about it. It wasn't like it was just all okie-dory. We was jacked up under Solomon. We building temples to pagan gods. Who you think did that? He had us doing it. They said, ease the burden that your father put on us and we'll serve you. And then his wicked son said, hell no, I'm going to make your burden harder. My father's Johnson is going to be lighter than my little thumb. I'm going to really oppress y'all. So, yeah, that's what happened when we had kings. But I'll read on.
14.
And 14. And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants.
Right. So all the good things that you have, guess what? He's going to take those possessions, and the benefit goes to his people, his servants. So if I appoint captains and officers, and I appoint the deacons and the bishops, guess what? They're going to get all the good things, and you going to get the crumbs of your own things.
Yeah, your donation.
So you go to work. Right. You go to work 40, 50 hours a week to give to him, and it don't come back to you. It goes to them. That's what you're reading. It goes to his service.
You're on a bus. You're on a bus looking at Facebook as another brother's on the dang old cruise. Yeah, make it to the booster club.
Right. So So you give to the booster club, but you don't get to go. That's what it's telling you. Read on.
It's funny as hell.
Yeah, pay attention.
And watch this. And the brothers be like, they the king over you. Brothers like, yeah, we're giving it to the king.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up. Verse 16.
15.
And you take your men servants and your maid servants and
15.
your good.
Verse 15.
Verse 15. And he shall take the 10th of your seed and of your vineyards and give to his officers and to his servants.
Read on.
And he shall take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to his work.
Right. So now, hey, go out there and serve water. Go out there and serve water and Gatorade. And it's 100 degrees outside because we gotta build. We gotta have. Where you at, Negro? Where your men servants and your wife and your kids and all that? You gonna use my wife.
Standing in traffic talking about water for sale, water. Where you see that at?
Yeah, he's gonna use your possessions so he can gain for it. This is your king that you want over you. You come up with an idea, they take it and they use it for them. Read on.
Verse 17. And 1/10 of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants.
Go ahead.
And ye shall cry out in the day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen, which shall have chosen you. Hold on, excuse me. Verse 18. And ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you. And the Lord will not hear you in that day.
Right. So me and Judah heard it time and time again where people will complain about it. Man, it's messed up. We got to do this, that, and the third. And we got to be at the school 7 days a week. And we don't have time with our family. And they got us out doing this. You will complain, but you ain't doing nothing about it. So the Most High ain't trying to, he's not listening to you.
Then the same ones complaining, like, that's my bishop. That's my bishop. That's my that. Then they turn around, why we got to send 30% of what we collect? We ain't even got a big school. We can make a big school, but we sending all our money to headquarters. 15 minutes later, that's my deacon. That's my bishop. That's my elder. That's my man. You say people.
Right, and it's gonna tell you. Read verse 19. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Solomon, and they said, "Nay, but we will have a king over us."
Same thing. Nothing new. That's Israel for you. That's Israel. He telling you what he's gonna do, and we want one over us any damn way.
That's my deacon. That's my bishop. That's my captain. That's my officer. Then y'all whispering and murmuring in the background. Go back. Drop John. Give me James chapter 3. James 3 and 17.
James chapter 3 and verse 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated.
It's pure. This is going into wisdom. It's talking about is the wisdom that Christ gave us. The love, the keeping of the commandments, and that love. It says it is first pure, meaning it's not fake. Hold on, let me find that. Hold on 1 second.
What's that?
Find it to the pure. All things are pure. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on 1 second. Let me find it real quick. I want to get that. Pull something out of that word pure.
Titus 1 and 15.
Is that it? Read it.
Yeah. Let me get to it.
And hold that in
I got you.
James.
Titus chapter 1 verse 15. Unto the pure all things are pure.
That's it right there. It says, unto the pure all things are pure. Read.
But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled.
That's where you get people that no matter what you say, they be like, you did that against me. You wicked. You did that for this. You be like, nah, I didn't do that for that. That ain't what you, nah, you wrong. I didn't do that. Yes, you did. I don't care what you say. Because in their mind, there's no way that you didn't mean it for evil because they got evil towards you. So anything you do is going to be evil to them. You attacking me. See, I told you the nigga's evil. Y'all know people like that. No matter what you do, they take it evil. You give them something. They be like, what are you trying to say? What's she trying to say? Like, you give her, you got sister, you give them some soap. Sister be like, I made this basket for you. I was thinking about you. It'd be soap and oils and love. Trying to say I stink. She trying to be slick. I'm telling you. She's trying to say I stink. You got people that are like that. To the pure, all things are pure. But to the wicked, ain't nothing pure. Everything you do, they feel like it's a shot. They think you're taking it again. You're trying to do something against them. Read that again. In Titus.
Titus 1:15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled.
Their mind and their conscience, because in their mind, they always thinking it's something evil behind this. You always, no matter what you do, they always think that you got something against them, and it's evil. That's why the children, the scriptures tell you to be like children, little children. Little children, you can get into a fight, and then the next minute, y'all playing marbles together. You can get into a fight, a flat-out fight, and the next minute, y'all outside running, playing kickball together. Because their mind is pure. We ain't, at that age, at those little children ages or whatever, you ain't built up all this crap in your head or whatever. So it's easy to get over stuff. Us? Nah, not so much. We can't do it. Go back to James.
James 3:17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure.
Pure. It means it ain't always thinking evil. Everything ain't always evil. That ain't how we're supposed to deal with each other. Everything's negative. Exactly. Everything's negative and evil. It's always somebody's trying to, you don't see, you got to watch out for them. Read.
Then peaceable.
And peaceable. It's not always an issue. I know people, man, that and I'll be working with brothers or whatever, sisters too, where it's always every time they come around, there's some kind of controversy. There's some kind of issue. Something has to be addressed. It's always something. It can't just be we just chilling, we having a good time, but it's always something. Always. If it ain't nothing, we'll turn nothing into something. Read on.
Hey, a lot of the times when there's something there, is because they don't have the ability to communicate. So they hold stuff in, and how they handle it makes it a big issue. And then finally, when you get to the root of it, you be like, dang, well, brother, why come you just didn't tell me that to begin with? Or I didn't know we had an issue, or I didn't know you felt that way, or I didn't know you saw it like that. But like he said, they come around and it's always something.
And a lot of times the something really don't be nothing. It'd be like, really, this is what we're talking about. Like, damn. I mean, that's easy. What happens is because inside of us, we have stuff inside of us. To the defiled, nothing is pure. Like we just read in Titus. So it's always something because we've got something inside of us that we refuse to deal with, that we bottle up. Whether it be hatred, whether it be envy, whether it be strife, whether it be unforgiveness, whatever it is, it's something inside of us that we refuse to let go and deal with. So now, instead of dealing with that, we project that something's also wrong with everybody around us. Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with her. The reason that you didn't do this is because you hate me. It's because you out of water. And it don't be the people around you. Most of the time it be inside you because you don't got no peace. That's why the scripture says, as much as lies within you, be at peace with all people. Some people, it don't lie within them. Inside them, there's no peace. They ready to explode inside themselves, and they won't deal with that. So now they project it on everybody else. Watch out for people like that. Read on.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without.
Is from above is without partiality. Meaning, my love for you doesn't depend on whether he love you, whether he like you or not. Whether my love for you don't depend on whether she like you. MASHARATHYAH ain't gonna tell me nothing about somebody that I got love for him because he don't like him, and I really got love for MASHARATHYAH. That's my brother. That's my dude right there. And if he don't like you, I don't like you. That ain't gonna happen, and I don't expect you to do that. If Judah don't like somebody, then MASHARATHYAH, because he's partial to me, he gonna start not liking that person too. No, I just look. When I'm around you, bro, me and that brother don't get along. So, keep him. Every once in a while we'll try to fix it, see if we can. If it ain't, you go over all praise. I hope you have a good time. But when we over here, don't bring him. And if he don't like me, and you going over there, you know, I understand because we don't vibe like that. But tell the brother I said shalom. Simple as that. It's without partiality. That's how we deal with each other. That's why when stuff was happening with me, I wasn't sowing no discord. Like, yeah, don't go over there because I'm telling you, he's a user. This dude be lying on people. No, you ain't gonna hear me saying that. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it because why? It might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Who am I to stand in between that?
Really? Really?
I know it wasn't the best thing that ever happened to you. No, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Every time you mention it, I'm gonna shake my damn head.
I'm sorry. I know it's a scar. You're pulling that scab off that mug.
Yeah. And without hypocrisy.
It says in the wisdom that is from above, or that love, that wisdom to understand God's love or whatever, is without hypocrisy. You don't want no bunch of friends around you that are a bunch of damn hypocrites. I'm telling you. This stuff is really, when you really get down to the meat of it, it's simple. We make it hard. All you got to do is just be real with each other. I used to tell my wife, she had she got family she got family that is out of state and this, that, and some of them was old and whatnot. And she'd be like, she'll always bring my wife used to always bring her family up. And I'll be like, man, you don't love them. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, man, if you love them, man, you be calling them people. Something happened to them. It was somebody that died. I think it was a death, or somebody was almost died. I got into a wreck or something. And she was like, I don't. And I'm like, man, you be acting like you love these people, but you don't talk to them. You don't be around them. You know what I'm saying? If you love somebody, only time you love people is when they die. That's how people, when they die, they just like, oh my God, no. Like, dude, when's that time you talked to them? 7 years ago. Where they live at? 2 states over. Man, set that up. Man, go in there and make some breakfast. They're crying and acting like, man, nobody want to hear that, man. That old fake ass love. You ain't love them. You ain't talked to them in 7 years. They live 3-4 hours away. Man, nobody want to hear that crap. Oh, feel sorry for me. I'm going through so much because I lost my great auntie. Let's say you talked to her 16 years ago when I was 6. I'm 42. Man, get the hell up out of here, man. Go in there and make breakfast. I don't hear that. Go on, dog. Go on, man. I don't hear that mess. You don't love Dave. I mean, that was like a friend. I got friends right now that done died and whatnot. I got an aunt that died. And I was sick because back when I was younger, you know, that's my favorite aunt. It was actually my only aunt that I knew, but you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I really like
I do say it's the only aunt I knew. Yeah, so by default.
You know what I'm saying? I really like her and whatnot. And, you know, but as time went, we grew apart. You know, I'm in the truth. She's heavy on Christianity. It was always drama and stuff was going on. She got sick. She died. I feel bad. But I wasn't like, God. Because somebody asked me, somebody would call my bluff. Like, when's the last time you talked to her? In 1999? Like, nigga. You all broke up like this? You wouldn't broke up when you fell out of contact with her for the last 20 years? You got a point. Let me go get some breakfast. Brothers with that fake love, man. Y'all brothers, sisters, stop that. If y'all really love somebody, reach out. Get in contact. Try to make connections. You know what I'm saying? We be on some bull crap. The love be fake as hell. Hypocrite love. Let your love, your wisdom, all that be without hypocrisy. Let's move on. Matthew 18 and 21. Matthew 18:21.
Hey, that brings a new meaning to that song, Computer Love. You only know somebody by... Yeah.
We on that damn Roger and Zapp love. Computer love. Facebook love. Yeah. Looking at the messages. That's I found my Facebook friend. So it'll walk, I'm not gonna block you. So it'll walk to getting blocked. Ooh, block.
Oh, snaps.
Yo, I blocked you.
Oh, snaps.
You the love, man.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Now, people look at this and they be like, see, no matter what, you know what I'm saying, y'all be going hard on people, and you shouldn't be doing that because the Bible says forgive 7 times 70. That's all it says, just forgive 7 times 70. Well, he said it that way right there. But think about this. The Most High don't forgive you. He don't raise your affliction and let up off of you with his judgment until you repent. Without repentance, there's no forgiveness. If I steal from you and I'm like, to hell with you, you dumb as hell. Be like, I forgive you, brother. It'd be Nazis and whatnot be killing black people's whole family. Then you see the grandmama coming there with her Christian spirit and her little church hat with a feather, and I forgive him. In the name of Jesus, I forgive him. And he be like, I want your forgiveness, nigga. I forgive you no matter what, because that's what you would do. Nah, you got to repent to get forgiveness. So when we going into friendships and whatnot, if ain't no repentance, ain't no forgiveness, and I'll prove that. Go to Luke 17 and 3. This is the same account. Luke is going to bring it out even further. The book of Luke going to tell you exactly what it's actually talking about. Anytime I just forgive, just be forgiving. Just forgive everybody, and it don't matter. Just forgive.
Luke 17 and 3. Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him.
Rebuke him.
And if he repent, forgive him.
If he don't repent, you ain't got to forgive nothing. Get the hell away from him. He's the devil. He ain't got no repentant body. He's a prideful demon, a hypocrite. And you ain't gotta forgive nothing. That's why when brothers see us and we like, and they like, man, why y'all still going in on these brothers? Man, they try to destroy our life and still ain't repented. They try to destroy our families and still ain't repented. Get on there and act like it don't matter. Witnesses come out, still ain't repented. Nobody got to forgive them. I'm going to shine the light on their wicked ass and make sure everybody see what kind of dudes they are. Now, if they was just some old regular guys that just, I work at the Valvoline and, you know, I'm not on, but nah, they exalting themselves as highly exalted leaders of the nation of Israel and whatnot, destroying people like they tried to destroy myself, MASHARATHYAH, and many others. Now I'm going to shine the light on them. At least they repent. But if they don't repent, ain't nobody got to let up off of them. I don't know what Bible y'all reading. That ain't got to happen. And watch this. I'm going to show you it's the same. Read verse 3 and 4 together.
Luke 17 and 3.
They'll say 7 times 70. Well, this is what it's talking about. Read.
Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him. And if he repent, forgive him. And if he trespass against thee 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him.
That's the stipulation. He got to turn to you and be like, I'm sorry. I repent. Please forgive me. Y'all remember, I'm going to keep on using myself as an example. Remember when I was stood up, they were like, you keep on apologizing. Dude said, you always apologizing. Yeah, you're supposed to repent. You're supposed to forgive. What are we talking about right now? So you admit that I repented? All right. Even if it's 7 times in a day, 7 times 70 in a day. Forgive and move on. What are we talking about right now? Why you won't repent? Fake lover? You a fake lover? Lover, that didn't sound right. Fake lover. Pause. Pause. John 11 and 11. I want to show you the love that Christ had for us. John 11 and 11. Because people be like, don't show no emotions. Hey, when you love somebody, you got real love, you are emotional towards them. When you got real love for somebody and they do something to you, you actually get mad. Mad enough to flip over a table. Mad, you angry. Why? Because you love them. When you love somebody and they hurt or something happened to them, you actually weep that it hurts. You weak men are ashamed of that. You are still. Shut your behind up. When you really love somebody, man, that stuff, everything that happens to them really affects you, like it talks about in the body. If you love your own body and you can't hurt your flesh, if you bite your damn finger off, you're going to cry about it. You're going to feel it in your nerves and your feet going to feel it. That's how you love each other when we say we're a part of a body, and not the body of the dang on 4-letter count. We're the body of Christ, all of us together, and we build relationships with each other. It hurts. I'm going to show you with Christ. Watch this. Christ was emotional. People be on this non-emotional stuff. Ain't no friendship shit, and there ain't no emotions in Israel. Man, shut up. Yo, You're reading the Bible of Satan. Nobody want to hear that stuff. Go back to Africa. Shout out to my brothers and sisters in Africa. Don't think that I'm trying to take no shot at y'all, because all praise to the Most High. Lord's will, we're gonna get over there and help y'all build over there. You know what I'm saying? For you brothers and sisters over in Africa. I'm telling them to go back to Africa, so they be over acting like they doing work. Fake ass. Fake ass love. Y'all don't love nobody. Go on back over there. Crawl up in a hole or something. John 11:11.
John 11:11. These things said he, and after that he saith unto them, our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go.
Read.
But I go that I may awake him out of sleep.
So Christ already knew Lazarus sleeping. What does that mean? He sleep. Jump down to 14.
Verse 14. Then said Jesus unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead.
Christ knew Lazarus was dead. Christ like, Lazarus is dead. But he knew, I'm going to go wake him up. He's dead, but I'm going to go wake him up. Don't worry about it, because I'm about to go wake him up out of his sleep. I'm about to show people that I am the Lord. Then watch this. Jump to verse 32.
Verse 32. Then when Mary was come where Jesus was and saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying unto him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit and was troubled.
Now watch this. Christ knew that I'm about to wake the dude up. He could have been like, they over crying. Don't worry about it. I'm about to wake him up. I got all power. You go over and tell him, hey, Lazarus, get up. But how did Christ feel when he saw them crying? When he saw the people that he loved crying? It said he was moved. What did it say?
When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit and was troubled.
It jacked him up. He got emotional. He was troubled. Why would he be troubled? He wasn't troubled because he didn't think he can wake Lazarus up. He was troubled because they were so sad. That thing that was affecting them started affecting him. That's the love, that the example he gave. And what did he do? Read on.
Verse 34, and said, where have ye laid him? They said unto him, Lord, come and see. Jesus wept.
He cried with them because they were in so much pain. He cried with them. Brothers got emotions. No friendship, emotional stuff up in here. We all still. Ain't that right? Song of the Lord. Man, shut up. You little hateful ass demons. Stop it. You need to repent. Christ wept. He seen that his people was hurting. He seen that they was crying, and he knew that he can wake dude up. But he still wept. Why? Because they was weeping. It hurt him too. He got emotional and started crying. Lord of Lords, King of Kings, crying with them. He was crying, and he knew that he can wake them up. If that was us, they'd be like, why are you crying? You see you crying. You know about to wake him up. What are you sad about? They go there and wake him up. Nah, Christ got emotional with his brothers, emotional with his sisters. Don't let nobody tell you when you love somebody and you emotional about they hurt you. Are you emotional because something happened to them? Are you emotional because y'all got to separate or something? Don't tell nobody that you wrong and something you off and you ain't supposed to be like that. You know, friendship shit. And don't let nobody put that spirit on you. We got to change the narrative of how we deal with each other, Israel. I'm telling you. These brothers have put a hateful spirit on us. All these, and I ain't going to say all of them. I got to quit saying all these camps. Because some of these brothers got some loving spirits on them. Like that brother, Yaquab and them over, what's the name of that?
Chosen Seed.
Chosen Seed. Them brothers I ain't seen nothing bad about them brothers. Them brothers, even if they don't agree with you, they there and they seem like some real good brothers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen them teaching no jacked up classes and trying to jack people up or whatever. So hats off to them. I ain't gonna say all camps no more. Forgive me for that. But a lot of these camps, hatred ass, calling your wife a bitch. That's them. What's the name of the dude?
ISUPK.
UPK, always wearing big ass goggles. I'm gonna tell you, brothers that hide their eyes all the time is because they shady. They shiesty. Look a man in his eyes. Brothers is shiesty. And yeah, I said it. I don't care if they don't like me because they don't like me anyway. They ain't like me since the Purple Rain video when I was clowning and they took it personal. Shiesty, calling your wife out of it. That ain't no love. You know, emotional, we warriors. I remember I seen an advertisement for Passover that they was keeping. They said, yeah, come to our Passover and get you a real killer. What? Get you a real killer? Where y'all keeping your Passover? At the penitentiary? Yeah, you talking about get you a real killer. Who wants a real killer? You ain't gonna be around for your family, Negro. Why some woman want to come and marry a real killer? How about a real provider? A real a real brother? A real killer? What the hell's wrong with you, Negroes? Hey, I remember they did a counter song to the Purple Rain. And it was like, in the song, it was all kind of sound effects of guns. Shot, we shots fired, pop, pop, pop. We'll blast you niggas. And like, this is the counter? God dang. You can't have a little friendly, black when it's rapping, rap has always been a friendly back and forth battle. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, Grandmaster Flash and Run DMC and you know what I'm saying? All of them, they would battle and all of them say that they the best and whatnot. And it was friendly and they were still brothers and they be touring together and laughing. Shantae, Roxanne, Shantae, for some of you older ones, y'all don't know who it is. Now these Negroes is like, I'll kill you. What? Y'all love y'all people? Man, get the hell up out of here. You're crazy as hell. But back to the point. Christ wept. Jump down to verse.
Hold on. I wanted to read verse, to your point, verse 36 and 37.
That's what I was going to go. Read it.
Okay, verse 36. No, I was going to read it for you. 36. Then said the Jews, behold, how he loved him.
Look how he loves these people. Look at this man weeping like that. It says Jesus wept. It wasn't like he just shed a tear. He was weeping like they was weeping. That's why the Jews was like, dang, look how much he loved them. Wow. Read.
And some of them said, could not this man, which opened the eyes of the blind, have caused that even this man should not have died? Jesus, therefore...
It says, he could have caused him not to even die. Look how he's crying. They don't know Jesus is going to wake him up yet. But look how he's crying over there. Read.
Jesus therefore again groaned in himself, cometh to the grave. It was a cave, and a stone lay upon it.
You see that? So Jesus was still, even though he knew he was about to wake him up, he was just sick about how sad his brothers and sisters was. I'm telling you, that's how we're supposed to be with each other, that we love each other. I still feel bad that the brother, even though they cut me off in St. Louis, if St. Louis is watching, shame on you, brothers and sisters. Shame on you, brothers and sisters, especially some of y'all sisters, because, I thought, man, these are our sweethearts, man. Dang, man, these sisters is good. It's like aunties and sisters and, shame on y'all. When they wouldn't let me go to that dang old funeral when the brother died. And I was sick. I should have never listened to him. I got regrets, though. It is what it is. But in the end, brothers and sisters of St. Louis just listened to the wicked counsel and cut brothers off anyway, so maybe it's best I didn't go. Yeah, I'll probably be even more sick that I went and cried with them and hugged them, and then 2 weeks later, they calling me the damn devil. It was probably best I didn't go. Samuel. We're going to end it out in Samuel, I think. 1 Samuel 18, watch this. So real friendship. I'm going to show you an example of real friendship against all odds. Against all hating, no matter where the hating came from. No matter, there wasn't no respect to persons in this right here, in this story with David and Saul.
18 and what?
1. Let's start at 1.
1 Samuel 18 and 1. And it came to pass when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul.
That's what I wanted to pull out of there. It says, the soul of Jonathan. Jonathan was King Saul's son. Next in line to get the crown. Next in line to get the throne. Next in line to be king over all Israel. David came into play. David proved himself with Goliath and whatnot. David came into play. David was he became a popular dude. And Jonathan loved David. It was something about David, Jonathan, they just clicked. And it said his soul was knit with David. Meaning that love like you do your little brother, your big brother, that type of love. That's how Jonathan felt about David. Read on.
Verse 2. And Saul took him that day and would let him go no more home to his father's house.
Now Saul took David. Now Saul seen the love that people had for David. Saul saw the love that Jonathan had for David. And Saul, the king, the head man, took David under his wing. Read.
Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul.
Mm-hmm.
And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David, and his garments, even his sword, and his bow, and his girdle. And David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants.
So Saul took him under wing. David and Jonathan had a tight brotherhood relationship. Saul seen what type of man this was, promoted him, put him over other men. Everybody loved David. Saul seen that everybody loved David. Even Saul's other men loved David. So that's what was going on, just to show you the story. Now jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7, and the women answered one another as they played.
David went out to war. They went out to war, and David would come back, and people was praising, singing praises to David. People singing praises to David for the works that he done for the nation of Israel. They were singing praises to him. Watch this. Read on.
And the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul hath slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s.
I didn't realize I did it. Yeah, get that for me. My bad. Spilled the coffee. Here, give me some coffee. It says, read it again. I'm sorry.
Verse 7, and the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s.
Read on.
And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom?
Now Saul, remember it says, to the pure all things are pure, but to the wicked and everything is defiled, even their conscience. This is Saul right here. Now he got an evil eye towards David. He get jealous. David, everybody's talking about David. Everywhere I turn, they talking about David. David this, David that. They ain't talking about me like that. Today it'll be Facebook views. David go on Facebook and he got 1,000, 2,000 views in a minute. I go on there, it's only 100 views at the end of the night. Pissed off, he get more popular than me. Now next thing you know, he gonna want my seat. Next thing you know, he want my seat. He started hating David. Why? What did David do? David ain't do crap to him. David was just being David. Put some sugar in there. David was just being David. Make sure it's hot.
Yeah, I'll give you an example of that.
I got you.
When you love somebody, you go hard for them. When you love somebody and it's genuine amongst you, you'll do anything in your power to please your brother or please your sister. You'll go out of your way to make sure they good more so than yourself. When you read, that's what David was doing. David's like, dang, they took me under his wing. He took care of me. He gave me the robe, his sword. His servants respected me. Saul loves me. So when he's killing 10,000, he's doing it with Saul on his mind, showing I'm going to fight for you. But Saul saw it as something different, and it's no different than us. You go hard for your brother, and they look at that, and they're like, dang, man, why everybody love him? But in your mind, you doing it for that person because of the love you have for them. No, nothing different.
Trying to outdo me. Outdo me. Think he's something. As my sister be like, thinks she's something. She's trying to outdo me. Every time we all get together, she always bring the bread. You know, you ain't got to ask her for nothing. She's just trying to she's just trying to be seen. That's how people be. Be that Saul spirit on you. But read on. Thank you.
Verse 8 or verse 9. And Saul eyed David from that day and forward.
It says Saul eyed him from that day forward. Go ahead, read on.
And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from God came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house, and David played with his hand as at other times, and there was a javelin in Saul's hand. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David avoided out of his presence twice.
Now, how do we associate that with today? Maybe they ain't trying to, maybe the people around you that are jealous of you or whatever, maybe they ain't trying to kill you physically, but they try to kill your character, kill your finances, kill your family, kill your marriage, kill your spirit, kill your position, kill your credibility. They'll try to do that. Cast stones at you. He cast that javelin, he wanted to kill David. Why? Because he had an evil spirit on him. And because he wouldn't deal with that, the Most High took his spirit off of him and let the evil spirit just deal with him. He gave him up to a reprobate mind. He gave him up to his own ruin. He gave him up. All right, you the devil. This man ain't do nothing but good towards you, so I'm going to give you up to think whatever you want to think. I'm going to give you up. Go ahead. Keep on trying to kill him. I'm going to protect him, but you go ahead. You're just going to build up more and more and more until I kill you. Until I kill you. You're going to see some people like that right now. Some of y'all probably know some people right now. That they like, you like, dang, they ain't do nothing to you. Why are you so against these brothers? Or why are you so against that sister? What the hell is wrong with you? And the Most High take his spirit off of that person and sit back and let the devil just run rampant in the dude's spirit or in the girl's spirit. And then next thing you know, you see them fall. I know some people right now. Some of y'all probably know who I'm talking about. Most High took his spirit off of them, and now he's a laughing stock. Went from way up there to way down there. Now people laughing. He's a joke. Still won't repent. Drop that. Jump to chapter 19 and verse 1. Now watch this. Now let's get, because the topic is real friendship. So we saw that David and Jonathan had that brotherhood. Jonathan's father, Saul, because David was so liked and everybody liked him and whatnot, Saul ended up starting to hate David, got jealous. David didn't want the kingdom. David is friends with the heir to the throne. You think David didn't want Jonathan to have the throne? David didn't know nothing about he was about to be the king. He wanted Jonathan to have the kingdom. Jonathan was the one that's next in line. And that was his best buddy. Saul was like, he want my kingdom. Evil, surmising, evil, wicked thoughts out of jealousy. Now watch this. Let's see how Jonathan dealt with this stuff. Read verse 1.
1 Samuel 19 and 1. And Saul spake to Jonathan, his son, and to all his servants, that they should kill David.
So what did Saul start doing? Sowing discord. Yeah, y'all should kill David. Y'all don't know how David really is. This is David. David this, David that. David. Trying to sow discord, get him riled up, kill David. Imagine. And some of them, just like now, some of them was skull butt sniffers. Yeah, we never Saul. You the king. We're going to do it. And others, you can imagine, was like, what the hell is wrong with Saul? What the hell did David do to him? Jonathan, what's wrong with your daddy? He's bugging out. I don't know, man. This dude is tripping. Read on.
Verse 2. But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David, saying, Saul my father seeketh to kill thee.
You see that? Jonathan was like, to hell with that. My father is the devil. I know he's the king. I know I'm next in line. Hell, he messed around, kill me, have another son, take one of his other sons, and then give them the throne. But I don't care. Hey, David, my father got the devil on him, and he's looking to kill you. He's telling people that they need to kill you and whatnot. Just like, hey, I'm going to tell you, that same thing happened to me. And brothers, certain brothers, MASHARATHYAH one of them, hey, man, this dude looking to hurt you. He looking to destroy you. I was just like, I don't give a damn. You can't do nothing to me. He ain't gonna shoot. What are you going to do, shoot me? I don't care. But David, read that verse 2 again.
Verse 2. But Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David, saying, Saul my father seeketh to kill thee. Now therefore I pray thee, take heed to thyself until the morning, and abide in a secret place, and hide thyself.
It says, take heed and go hide yourself. Get the hell away from here, because he's looking to kill you. He's sending man to kill you. Now, when you read on, Jonathan went to his daddy and tried to, convince his father, look, man, don't do this. He ain't never did nothing to you. And his father said, okay, yeah, you right. But the only thing Saul was doing was buying time. He's like, okay, you looking at me. I see it. Okay, you right. And then you read later on, Saul couldn't help himself. He just had to try to kill David. Now watch this. Go to chapter 20 and verse 30.
1 Samuel 20 and 30. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan.
And why?
And he said,
this is they was supposed to be at the new moon feast. Jonathan once again, because Saul tried to kill David again. When David showed his face again, Saul tried to kill him. Jonathan told David, look, go hide yourself, and the new moon, don't come to the new moon. David's like, I ain't gonna come to the new moon, I'm gonna go hide myself, and then you go see if your father, how he feel about me, and then send me word. So Jonathan went to his father, and he's sitting at the table. The new moon went by. Then the next day, David still wasn't there. And Saul was pissed and asked Jonathan, where the hell is David at? Jonathan was like, I gave him leave. He lied for David. He said, I told him he can go see his family down in Jerusalem or whatever, Bethlehem or wherever. He said, I told him he can go. And Saul was like, you little nigglet. I know what you're doing. You protecting him. That's where we at right now. Read verse 30.
Verse 30. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan, and he said unto him, Thou son of the perverse rebellious woman, do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse to thine own confusion, and unto the confusion of thy mother's nakedness?
And that's what men are saying when they're trying to build a case against you. You confused. You choosing him. You don't know that he's the devil. You stupid. You don't know that he's the devil. You don't know what I know. I know some things that you don't. That's why you hear these men like, I know stuff that you don't know about the dude. You don't know what I know. That's them trying to get you to hate your brother. But look what Jonathan's stance was. The point of it, remember the point in this. Jonathan's stance was, nah, I know David's side. I know this man. I love this man. And Pops, I know you too. And your stuff ain't adding up. You full of crap. Nah, I'm going to protect my brother. Hell no, I ain't you trying to cut him off, let people kill him. Hell no. I'm not doing that. Ain't no light switch love over here. I'm going to make sure you don't get, you my father, but I'm going to make sure you stay the hell away from him. Excuse me. That microwave on right now? All right. I'm going to make sure that you stay the hell away from him. 1 second. My bad. Blew a fuse. I got too much stuff going on. So watch this. Read on.
Verse 31. For as long as the son of Jesse liveth upon the ground, thou shalt not be established, nor thy kingdom.
So now,
Wherefore,
now he done threatened Jonathan. As long as this dude is alive, you ain't going to be established. You ain't getting no promotions. You don't cut him off. You don't deliver him to my hands. You are not getting promoted. You ain't going to get your kingdom established. I'll put somebody else as the king when I die. That's basically what he's doing. Same thing that be happening to y'all in these congregations, in these camps. You're going to get kicked out. If I catch and find out that you've been talking to them, if you look at anybody's video, you getting kicked out. People scared. I don't want to get kicked out. I'll be like, you ain't got to kick me out. Look, deuces, I'm out. I'm gone. I put on my hood, walk out into the cold. I'm out. Find another spot. Read.
I'll read verse 31 again. For as long as the son of Jesse liveth upon the ground, thou shalt not be established, nor thy kingdom. Wherefore now send and fetch him unto me, for he shall surely die.
Now watch this. Watch how Jonathan reacted. Read.
Verse 32. And Jonathan answered Saul his father, and said unto him, Wherefore shall he be slain? What hath he done?
And he going back and forth with him. It didn't matter that he was the king. Jonathan knew this is wrong. I'm not rolling with that. You the king is you act like a king. You act like the devil. You ain't nothing. And that's his father. Read on.
And Saul cast a javelin at him to smite him, whereby Jonathan knew that it was determined of his father to slay David.
Now watch this. Now Saul threw the javelin at his own son to kill him. That's equivalent of get out. You kicked out of the congregation. Nobody have no fellowship with him. He's going against leadership. He's going against us. He's going against me. Put him out. Why? Because they don't love you. There's fake love. They don't love you. Saul had the devil on him. He ready to kill his son because he hated another man so much. That's the same thing that y'all see today. That's why you got to be mindful of your enemies. Pay attention around you. Read on.
Hey, and real quick, that goes right back into what we read in 1 Samuel 8. How he's going to use his servants, use your people to do his work. So he had an issue with David. And so guess what he did? He commanded all the other people to do his dirty work. Go get him. Have hatred towards him. You see, I don't like him, so you can't like him. So I need all of y'all to go get him. It's the same thing. The Most High told you he was going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 34. So Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger.
Jonathan was pissed about this thing. Just like some of y'all. Just like a brother. I told the brother the day before yesterday, he called me from here. And he was like, yeah, man, this, that, and the third. And I was like, all this stuff was lies. And y'all cut me off. Y'all didn't even ask me nothing. He's like, man, I'm sorry, this, that, and the third. But, you know, leadership. I said, man, you got to be ashamed of yourself. Because if that was me and another man, I reverence the man so much and I trust you so much that I allow you to convince me that this man right here that I absolutely love also that's done a lot for me, that he's the devil. Then I find out you was, and I cut him off. Then I find out you was freaking lying. And witnesses coming forth talking about you told them to lie, man, I'll be like Jonathan right here. I'd have that fierce anger. I'd be so pissed at you. I trusted you and I cut this man off. This man always showed me love and I trusted you. Nigga, you be like, if I don't choke you, oh Lord, help my spirit. Now my relationship with this man is jacked up. I'm embarrassed. I would be pissed. Like Jonathan. That's love. That's love. Some of these brothers find out they was lied to and they just act like it didn't happen. You just fade to the black. I ain't gonna say nothing. Act like I wasn't part of it. Hypocrite, butt sniffer. Read on.
Verse 34. So Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger, and did eat no meat the second day of the month. For he was grieved for David, because his father had done him shame.
Mm-hmm. His father was shame. He was grieved for David. He was sick about it. Angry as hell. Father, man, this is wicked. Then what did he do? Read on.
And it came to pass in the morning that Jonathan went out into the field at the time David appointed with David, at the time appointed with David, and a little lad with him.
Now, what did he do? When you read on, he went out there to the field and he told David, get the hell up out of here. My dad is the devil. Get up out of here. My dad is the devil, yada, yada, yada. And it would stand to reason that he still had that love for his brother. He didn't cut him off. He protected him. He sent him away to make sure that nothing happened to him. And then you read the story. As the story goes on, David ended up getting killed. Saul ended up getting killed. Jonathan was with him. He still loved his father or whatever, but he ended up getting killed with him. He died with him. Didn't really have to, but he died with him. He rolled with his daddy and died with him. It's like a lot of you brothers and sisters, y'all gonna get the same punishment that the one that y'all rolling with get. Y'all gonna be the innocent victim. It's right there, just getting the same punishment, getting jacked up, getting embarrassed, getting ridiculed, humiliated, because you roll with unrighteousness. You join yourself to that crap. There was something else that I wanted to get out of here with, I can't remember. Hold on. Grab Sirach 22 and 25.
Sirach chapter 22 and verse 25. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend, neither will I hide myself from him.
You see that? That's how we're supposed to be. That's how Jonathan was. I ain't ashamed to defend a friend. I don't care what your title is. If you're wrong, I'm going to defend my brother. I'm going to defend my sister. I'm not just going to let you tell me anything. If I really say that I love these people, I'm not just going to let you tell me anything and I just roll with it. I got to investigate myself. Lord forbid, I'll be sitting there looking like a dumbass and find out that you was the devil. All the information I'm getting is coming from the devil, and now I'm just supposed to believe it. Everything that I get is coming from you. Nah, man. Nah, y'all can't be like that. Don't be ashamed to defend a friend. You got the smallest thought in your head. That's why I say this light switch love. Brothers, in 1 minute they love you to death, and the next minute somebody say something, they be like, yeah, I see that. I see that. How did you see that so quick? With no investigation, no talking, no hearing both sides. How did you see that so quick? Because you never loved the brother in the first place. Or you just a hypocrite and you respect your persons. And you don't see nothing. You just rolling with the one that you have partiality for. That's all. Matthew 24, this is the last scripture. Matthew 24 and 10. Last scripture and I'm done. Got to learn to love each other. You know what I'm saying? What we've been taught is hatred. That's why they call us the black hate group. The black hate Israelite groups. We out there yelling at everybody and we can't even love each other. We're going to have to weed out these hateful ass men. Is what's going to happen. These hateful men, these hateful women, we got to weed them out. We got to embarrass them. We got to turn the heat up on them. Let them know every time they do something. Look, y'all, look at these hateful. Make them crawl into a hole. Either repent and change or crawl your hateful ass into a hole, never to be seen again. But we're going to have to change the narrative of how people look at us. We're supposed to be the light of the world. People are supposed to look at us and say, is this the righteous nation? They got so righteous laws. They look at us as this is the hateful Negroes and Negrettes. It's my own little word for the Negro women. Negroes and Negrettes. These are the hateful Negroes and Negrettes yelling at everybody. We got to change the narrative. We're supposed to be the light of the world. We're supposed to show them what it means to be righteous. Read that. 24 and 10.
Matthew 24:10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
It says we're going in the last days, man, we're going to start hating one another. Them are going to be the ones that are wicked. It's time for us to change the narrative because we're going to need each other soon. You'd be surprised how many of us right now will be living better lives if we just loved each other, because we'd be going out our way to help each other. All of y'all would have good jobs because a lot of y'all are bosses. A lot of y'all own stuff. A lot of y'all are running companies that y'all can give us jobs like that. But we ain't reaching out to each other. We don't know each other. We wary of each other because ain't no friendship shit in Israel. We need to kill that. We need to kill that. We should be doing great. It should be an equality. Everybody should be on here like, yeah, I'm doing good in this captivity. I got a little sanctuary going on in this captivity. Most High is making my enemies to treat me well. My brothers and sisters, we taking care of each other. Somebody died, shouldn't be no, he couldn't bury himself. We gotta do a damn GoFundMe because he couldn't bury himself. Why he can't bury himself? It shouldn't be no GoFundMe and we hope that somebody get enough money. People should be flocking because I know him. He died. What can I do for the family? We collect $20,000. Hey, brothers collect $20,000 so one of the deacons of IUIC can move to North Carolina and then pay $4,000 a month in rent. A brother died, you can barely get a casket his family can barely afford a casket. Now their income's out of the house, and we ain't collect shit for his family. We can collect $20,000 in a couple of months when we put our minds together. We could have did $50,000 and give it to the widow that died, of the wife that died, the widow of the husband that died. Husband's wife died. She was working. There was 2 incomes in the family. Now he don't know what he gonna do. We could collect $40,000 and here, brother, this will help you, and so you can find a way. But we won't do that. But we'll freaking gather the butt sniffers together and pay for the deacon. Freaking filthy lucre. Gather the butt sniffers together and pay off the dude's house. I'm telling you, people really in turmoil, and we can't do that for them. Hatred. A brother put on here, real talk, I was just about to say that, Johanna. Non-for-profit. Me and Marshall's talking about that. I'm trying to work out something. It's going to take money to create the entity of the non-for-profit, but work out something where we got an account where y'all brothers and sisters, all of us can put into this account, and we are transparent as hell with it and start helping people. People die. We got money for that. How we going to bury them? We start collecting money and put it in this account and have receipts and whatnot so we can send off to people if they have a death in the family. Here goes something to ease you for the next 5-6 months. How much is your rent? $1,200 a month. Here go 5 months rent. That should help you out. Keep you on your feet. That's what we should be doing with the money. That's what the apostles was doing. Now I'm jumping on a plane and flying to Africa every few. And you know what? There should be money aside for that too, to travel. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that. But you can't do that and leave the other stuff undone. To hell with flying to any other country when somebody right next to you can't eat. Somebody right next to you can't survive. Their heat ain't on. Yeah, but we got to go do the work. The work is right there. The immediate work is right there. Now, if we got a surplus, then yeah, let's go fly and do the work. But let's inquire around what's going on with the people in the body. There was a daily distribution. Get that real quick. In Acts.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Acts 6? I think it is Acts 6. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it was Acts 6.
Is it 6? I got Acts 4.
We get that too. We get both of them.
You want 6?
Let's get 4 first.
All right. Acts chapter 4 and verse 32. And the multitude of them that believed were of one heart and of one soul. Neither said any of them that aught of the things which he possessed was his own, but they had all things common.
Mm-hmm.
And with great power gave the apostles witness of the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, and great grace was upon them. Neither was there any among them that lacked, for as many as were possessors of lands or houses sold them, and brought the prices of the things that were sold.
They didn't care about that extra stuff that they had. They sold that extra stuff. Lands, plural. I got a house. I got a car or whatever. I got the things needful for me to survive. Now I got all this other luxury stuff. You know what? I'm gonna sell that stuff. And some of y'all might not want to sell your stuff. It might be like, okay, I ain't gonna sell that stuff because I like that stuff. It's mine. But I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be giving all this money. I got all this surplus money, extra money that I can spend on these luxuries. I'm gonna sow that stuff into the congregation. Some are rich and they're gonna give thousands. Some are poor, they're gonna give tens. Some are decent, they're gonna give hundreds. Others are upper middle, they're gonna give, you know what I'm saying, hundreds or more hundreds. Some's gonna give hundreds of thousands or whatever. But everybody pour into this bucket and we have all things common. That's why it's important for us to communicate with each other and have this type of community where we know each other. I come over your house and realize that, dang, brother living kind of rough over here. What do you do? And you tell me what he's doing. It's a struggle and whatnot. And guess what? I know a brother who works at a company. He got some pull. He can get you on. Now it's a better job. And while you trying to work there, your bills is about to get cut off. So what? We got a surplus plan where we go into here go 5 months. That should get you on your feet to pay your bills. Now you on your feet and you rolling. Now you sewing back into the thing. And we should be going out doing that everywhere, but we ain't doing it because we hate each other. And we under these hateful ass men that'll let you pay their bills and then clown you and call you a bum if you ain't working. I mean, class, you don't see MASHARATHYAH like, you bum brothers. Bum brothers, you don't even deserve to have a wife. You a bum. You don't work at all. You're a bum. And then you got brothers like Isaac sitting in Dallas ain't working. Living up the church, bleeding them. Find out one of the deacons up in North Carolina ain't working. Living up the church, bleeding them for thousands, tens of thousands. Not 1,000 here, 1,000 there. 20, 4, 4, 4, 4, thousands. And then to sit up and do a class. Yeah, these men ain't men. Damn hypocrites. Everybody don't get that same treatment. Who else? What about the average brother that's in the congregation that been there for 2 years, ain't got no rank? Are y'all paying his stuff too? We're getting hypocrites, I'm telling you. We got to change the narrative of how we deal with each other, how we see each other. Yona, you ready? All right, you ain't kind of late. You know I leave in a minute. I got to go get the driver because I got to go to that class. So I'm telling you, where we at? Let's go back to the album.
You want me to finish it or no?
Nah, we get the point. Matter of fact, yeah, let's finish.
Verse 35, and laid them down at the apostles' feet, and distribution was made unto every man according as he had need.
See, that's what happened with the money. Distribution was made. Now go to chapter 6 of Acts and 1.
Okay, Acts 6 and 1. And in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews, because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration.
The daily ministration. Daily. They was taking care of each other. Daily. Now watch this. That was the apostles and the believers in Christ taking care of each other. We wouldn't remember it was a storehouse, according to the law, that the priests, the Pharisees, they were supposed to be taking care of the people. We wasn't taking part in that. This was something where they all came together, according to Acts 4. They all came together and said, we're going to do our own thing, and we're going to take care of the people. We ain't going to be like these priests. The priests living fat and the people starving. Guess what? That's how a lot of people are doing right now in these camps. The leaders is living fat and people are starving. They flying around acting like, yeah, we're doing the Lord's work. Man, y'all seeing the world. Don't make it seem like y'all ain't just on vacation too. Yeah, wherever I go, I'm going to hand out a flyer and do the work too. But y'all go to camps for presentation purposes, but y'all flying around seeing the world. Y'all jet setting all over the place, feeling good, eating big. You know what I'm saying? Stop, man. You got people right here in your own house that's hurting bad. You're paying people's rent. How the hell do some of these people you see that they always overseas? Damn, what kind of job you got that allows you to do that all the time? No kind of job. Then you got the nerve to talk about somebody. The church is your job. You bleeding the people. Go back to Matthew 24 and verse 11.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 11. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many.
It says many false prophets going to rise and deceive many. That's where that hatred is going to come from. If you read up in 10, it talks about they should hate one another. And what's behind that? Many false prophets arise and deceiving many. They ain't teaching you to love each other. The false prophets is profiting off of it. They false prophets making profits. Read.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And the love of many, because of iniquity, hypocrisy, all that stuff, respect of persons, idolatry shall abound. The love of many shall wax cold. Now you got light switch love. You don't love your brother. You love your brother according to the. Is it okay, boss, if I love him? Okay, I love you so much. Happy Passover. Oh, I ain't supposed to love him no more. Okay, you the damn devil. You the devil, and I always knew you was the devil. He came back and bowed down to you. I can love him again. Hey, add me back to Facebook, Ock. We got to change the narrative. We got to change the way we deal with each other, brothers and sisters. That's the campaign that me and I know MASHARATHYAH's on, Amiel's on that same thing. My brother Ozma on that same thing. You know what I'm saying? Change the narrative.
Hey, let me get something real quick, Judah. John 16, read verse 1 and 2. Because this is what's going on. Like he said, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Watch this.
Hey, it's funny. So it's like wax on, wax off. Wax cold, wax hot.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say? Hate him? Okay, wax cold. I can love him now. All right, wax hot. Daniel's son love.
Mm-hmm.
I love. Verse 1?
Yeah, read John 16, read verse 1 and 2 together.
John 16 and verse 1. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you would think he doeth God service.
Right. So killing you in today's time would be what? Taking your job away, your business. If you need help, they won't help you. Telling everybody to cut you off, to not deal with you in your businesses. That's what they'll do when they think they doing the Lord's work. They would do exactly that, what we just read. That's that hatred. The love of many shall wax cold because of iniquity. So yeah, same thing, nothing new.
Yeah, brothers and sisters, it's time for y'all to change that thing. Love each other. Stop taking yourself so serious. Remember, you done spoke about people before too. Figure out how to fix it. Figure out how to fix it. The only thing that you can't fix is when somebody don't repent. If somebody comes to you and they refuse to repent, they telling you they don't love you, they don't respect you, and to hell with you. So y'all ain't got to forgive that. According to the Bible, you ain't got to forgive that. Don't hold hatred for them, but you ain't got to forgive that. You ain't got to break your neck, go out of your way for people like that. Gone, nigga. That's the strength. Gone, nigga. Get on away from me, nigga. Gone. That makes no sense. All right, I'm out. I got to get going. I got a lot to do today. A lot to do today. So I pray y'all have a prosperous day. Remember, find a way to show your people that you love them. Reach out to each other on here. For those of you that they're trying to figure out how to fellowship, look on here, click on people's names. You know what I'm saying? I'll just put on there. You ain't got to click on names. Put on there, hey, is anybody in the so-and-so area? And if you are in that area, reach out and say something. Trust me, I know in the beginning it's like, man, I don't know. But after you do it, you're going to be like, dang, I'm happy. You know what? I had a great Sabbath. Wow, I really fellowship. We had a good time. You know what I'm saying? So reach out to each other. Click up. It's easier for us all to unite when y'all start creating little pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's a pocket of 20 over here, a pocket of 50 over here, a pocket of... Now it's easy to send out the information. Because when it's time to move, we can all move at once. And we ain't got to move under nobody's banner but Christ. All right? So, shalom, peace, and blessings to you, brothers and sisters. I pray y'all have a prosperous day. Marsh, good?
I'm straight.
All right, he ain't give y'all no greeting or nothing. You see what I'm telling you? Potato head, man. Shalom.
Shalom.